is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Aero Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way and making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
At Arvest Bank, we believe home ownership makes families and communities stronger. Whether it's your first home, a fixer-upper, or your forever home, we're here to help put home ownership within reach. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank. We believe.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages. The food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker-Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker-Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Looking live at historic Taft Stadium in downtown Oklahoma City as the Lawton High Wolverines get set to take on the John Marshall Bears in this district clash between these two programs, each looking to bounce back and get a win in this game. I'm Rylan Stiles. Next to me is Dalton Dorsey. Dalton, how you doing today on this Friday night?
Not too shabby. It was a pretty quiet drive up here, actually, other than the OKC traffic, but other than that, pretty good. You know, we're out here and we're ready for some Friday Night Lights.
Super producer Greg Hinton on the ones and twos as well as we count you down to kickoff from Larry Bush. For over 20 years, Larry Bush Insurance Agency has provided you with affordable auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and more. Residents to Lawton, Oklahoma. Give them a call today, 580-354-1017. Dalton, we're in the midst of district play. The calendar has flipped to October. These games continue to grow in significance both on the field and also on the scoreboard with the district points being such a big deal. We'll look at the Morgan Orchard Stanley Group schedule right now and look ahead at what Lawton High has both tonight taking on John Marshall and as the ways progress here in district play, taking on the Jets and El Reno, Carl Albert, Altus, and Guthrie still remaining. This is going to be a deciding game when it comes to standings, when it comes to the playoff seeding.
Of course. Nothing like absolutely needing to set the tone, set the morale, especially coming off of a loss last week at the first game of district play. You really got to come into this one and show out and show what you're capable of. A couple miscommunication errors and a few setbacks last game, but hopefully they've fixed that during the week and can come out and actually win their first district game and keep the ball rolling.
And we'll take you to our trivia sponsor, Comanche Home Center. With over 50 years of experience in the lumber industry, they provide building materials to do it right. Carpet with flooring products and everything for individuals, builders, or commercial. Visit them at 2nd Southwest C Avenue. And prior to the 2024 Lawton High win over John Marshall 42-8 last season, when was the last time that these two teams clashed? There's been a total of 8 games between these two teams, but before 2024, when was that game last played between these two schools as they renew their sort of district rivalry now for 2 straight seasons? We'll be back with the keys to the game and how Lawton High can get back in the win column after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton's premier full-service garden center is Bedrock Nursery at 1802 Northwest 67th Street. Serving all of Southwest Oklahoma since 1994, they are your source for homegrown bedding plants and offer a wide range of services, including landscape design and installation. They are your full-service garden center. Bedrock Nursery, 1802 Northwest 67th Street in Lawton. Bedrock Nursery. Come see the difference.
Are you prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with a Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
Firehouse Subs is stacked to satisfy. Every sub's piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and bold flavor in every bite. All served on a freshly toasted roll. Big portions, no shortcuts. Just crave-worthy subs made to truly satisfy. And at Firehouse Subs, every bite makes an impact. A portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. Download the Firehouse Subs app and get up to $10 off your first order. Skip the line, stack the flavor, and support your local heroes. Only at Firehouse Subs. At participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid for 1 week after account registration. Additional terms apply.
Through life's trials, Liberty National Bank has been with you all the way, listening, embracing your goals, working together with you to build the business you want or the life you want. We've supported our neighbors and local businesses for over a century, always putting people first. For you, we're in the banking business. For you, we're here. Liberty National Bank, with you all the way.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network, getting you set for Lawton High taking on John Marshall in this district class. Dalton, should be a fun one today. We have our Subway 24th and Gore keys to the game. Enjoy a fresh-made 6-inch sub of the day. Drink, chips, or 2 cookies for $6.99. See them at 24th and Gore next to Cameron campus. Dalton, what are the keys to Lawton High getting back in the win column?
We saw with the last game, the run game needs to get a little bit more consistent. Not just on the inside, but also on the outside, using the speed tools that Lawton High has and actually bouncing it outside, using the speed, getting down the field, and actually just keeping a consistent drive. Too many plays went back and forth, penalty yardage, miss blocks, miscommunication, causing it kind of to do a little slinky kind of game up and down the field. If they could just get more consistent about continuing the drive all the way down the field to at least put some points up on the board with a field goal kick at the minimum, I think the Wolverines will do a lot better going into district play.
I think a big part of that is the offensive line, especially if the pre-game ceremonies made it seem like Pulatase will start again, so that'll be a big deal. But coming up on the Oklahoma Sports Network, we'll have the coin toss and kickoff.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, PayMe Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. PayMe Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
If you're someone who feels anxious or scared about going to the dentist, you're not alone. We're here to make sure you feel completely comfortable every step of the way. And at our office, we believe in treating more than just teeth. We focus on you as a person. And with Sedation Dentistry, you can experience the care you need without fear and without pain. And with Sedation Dentistry, we can make your dreams come true.
Home Tech Solutions is your dependable contractor for heating, AC, and electrical services for your home or business. They're the ones to rely on with over 30 years experience, and they are 100% locally owned and operated. They see to it to take care of your comfort, offering everything from insulation to maintenance and servicing all brands in the greater Southwest Oklahoma area. Make sure you see them first for all your HVAC and electrical needs. Give them a call today, 580-919-0328. That's 580-919-0328.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere. Offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com. Or call 800-433-7300.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Bridges, and after 30 years of practicing dentistry in Lawton, Fort Sill, Southwest Oklahoma, I need some help. Please welcome our new associate dentist, Dr. Chandler Harbin. Dr. Harbin brings a gentle touch to our ever-expanding dental practice in order to make your visit one that exceeds your expectations. Even more things to smile about is our partnership with 3 major dental insurance companies, United Concordia, Delta Dental Premier, and Health Choice. Come schedule an appointment with Dr. Harbin or myself by calling 580-248-6700.
This month at Merritt Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the savings are massive. Like this 25 Ram 1500 with up to $15,632 in savings, or this 25 Ram 3500 for up to $7,000 off. This month only, so don't miss out. Power on with Merritt. This month at Merritt Chevrolet GMC Duncan, save big. Drive away with this beautiful 25 Traverse with up to $1,000 in savings, or save even bigger on this 25 Silverado with up to $8,500 off. This month only. Power on with Merritt.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network as Lawton High gets set to take on John Marshall. The Wolverines and the Bears getting together. And pregame, it looked as though Pulatase was getting set to start at quarterback. He came in midway through last week, and so the true freshman looks like he'll be taking the helm for Lawton High, and that's why it's such a big deal, Dalton, as you mentioned in your Subway keys of the game, to get the ground game going, to create a positive game from the offensive line to make him more comfortable and try to tailor the game around him. Obviously, it'll help Lawton High to have DJ Campbell from the get-go. He was a three-quarter absence last week. So we'll see how this Lawton High offense fares in a week that they need to really win and they need to capitalize on the district points as well.
Exactly. And another key inactive that they're going to have tonight is Chase Beadle on with down and talk to the athletic trainer David Stanley down there and talked about the health of the players, and he's glad everyone's doing all right. And unfortunately, Beadle will be on the sidelines tonight, so there'll be one less weapon that Pulatase will have. However, like you did mention, it is a good way for that run game to start getting built up to allow Pulatase to really kind of like slowly crawl into that starting position, that first little couple of throws that, as we saw in the last game, were a little bit, out of place, maybe not enough power, and this will be a good way for him to kind of dial that in from the get-go versus being thrown in and saying, hey, kid, win this game for us. It's a tough position to be put in, but if they can get, Costin, Rosado, getting the outside runs, the inside runs, making the run game easy, then his passing doesn't necessarily have to be the number one thing that's going to win them the game, but more of just another attribute that will help them down the field, because he does have a cannon of an arm, as we've seen. So that's something to look forward to for the entirety of the game, which will be really nice.
This is your Larry Bush countdown to kickoff. We'll have the coin toss and the first Wayne's Drive-In kickoff of the evening after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm Will, the CEO of Foxhole, the military B&B platform, and we're honored to partner with OSN to support Oklahoma high school sports.
Hi, I'm Spencer Colossus, the founder of Foxhole. We built this platform specifically for you, the military community, designed to reimburse official travel and support all your personal travel needs.
And hey guys, if there's one thing I can give you for my time, it would be this to the players and coaches. To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Power Services, the power of quality and comfort, servicing all of Southwest Oklahoma and the surrounding area for the past 40 years. Offering the best service for heating and air for both residential and commercial, geothermal systems, electrical services, and generators are their specialty. Give them a call for all of your heating, air, and electrical needs. Experience the power of quality and comfort with Power Services of Southwest Oklahoma. Give them a call today at 580-875-3645. That's 580-875-3645.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind: providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle. 580-357-8720.
Rule number 6, be the truck authority. That's the Billingsley way. At Billingsley, we're proud to offer hundreds of Ford trucks for your selection. And if you know a thing or two about saving money, we bet you know Billingsley.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network here at Taft Stadium in Oklahoma City as Lawton High takes the road to take on John Marshall and the Bears. This is going to be a fun game between these two teams. Lawton High looking to get back on track after dropping the game against Noble last week. And you'll see the captains for each side marching to midfield for the coin toss. Lawton High decked out in their white jerseys, white pants with red lettering and striping, and their iconic red helmet with white stripes atop. John Marshall rocking the red lids, black jerseys, white pants look in this district game. Dalton, we had our Comanche Home Center trivia question earlier. When was the last time before 2024 that these two teams got together on the gridiron? And the answer for that was a Lawton High win, and it was in
1989.
1989, Lawton High, 6-2. Against the Bears. So we'll have the coin toss and kickoff for you after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Drive home the win now at Billingsley Hyundai with huge savings from our inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs. See us today and be a champion with a winning deal for you. Or shop us online at BillingsleyHyundai.com. Now that's the Billingsley way.
The heart of Oklahoma,
where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
These hands have seen a lot. They've treated wounds and cured diseases, kept their fingers on the pulse of innovation and technology, pushed the boundaries of what's possible. These hands have mended families and held communities together. But it's our hearts that drive our unparalleled dedication, expertise, and healing. That's why we're here.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network here at Taft Stadium in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as Lawton High taking on John Marshall. The coin toss about set to get underway. Lawton High's captain's out there with John Marshall's. Lawton High, of course, will have the toss and call it in the air as the visitors. It's good for Lawton High to already have a game under their belt on the road, understanding the travel this much shorter compared to their first experience traveling to this year, but this will be a pivotal game nonetheless.
Of course, nothing like a road game, especially when you have the Lawton High faithful coming out and supporting you in the stands there, and being able to get one on the road kind of gives you the confidence to come back home and win another one at home.
And they'll be able to do that. As you saw this week already, MacArthur in action in LPS, and they played at their high school stadium, MacArthur Stadium. Lawton High will have their turn playing at their home venue later on this season. It's going to be a lot of fun, but for now, they're sitting at historic Taft Field, Taft Stadium. So as the two sides discuss how the coin toss is going to go, there's the flip, and they show it to the captains, and John Marshall has won the toss. When you win the toss, I like to defer, and John Marshall does as well. So Lawton High starts with the football. John Marshall will have the ball after intermission. But this is a great opportunity for Lawton High to really set a tone with Pulatase likely at quarterback, your second-string guy at signal caller, and try to have a good first opening drive.
You see, I'm a little different when it comes to the coin toss. I usually elect to kick because then I'm getting the ball in the second half, and I'm a defensive guy, so I really like to get the defense up front early and try to see if they can hold it down the fort and let the offense get a minute to warm up and go over calls on the sideline, because defense is just really reacting to plays versus them actually doing the fun jazz out here. So
the captains go retrieve their helmets and will join the pile ready to storm out onto the field for another district game. And they've had a little bit of extra time to prepare for this one after a Thursday affair. And we'll see if that plays into the hands of the Wolverines. Both sides looking to get back in the win column of this season. But Lawton High has shown a lot of flashes of great success, and they've also shown a lot that they need to work on. And so we'll see what this week has been like in Wolverine land in preparing for this matchup with John Marshall.
Of course, nothing like a long week to get back into the fray and everything. It's extra time to prepare, extra time to go over what went wrong, extra time to watch film on not only yourself but your opponent. Get to watch them even on Friday if needed. That way you can actually dial in what you need to prepare for the following week.
And of course, the Lawton High faithful watching all around the world, including here at Taft Stadium. You see Lawton High running through the Spirit team and the band and the pregame tunnel with the banner. There's also some red in the stands waiting for this one. Far and wide, fans are watching from Arizona to Lawton to Georgia, everywhere in the world. And so it's been great to be able to provide Lawton High football to everyone on the Oklahoma Sports Network, and we're about set for our first Wayne's Drive-In kickoff of the evening. Lawton High will be receiving that kickoff after the coin toss.
The Zebras getting into their positions. Good jog, a little warm up on the legs there, and for the speedy youngsters, as as a rough myself, I know that's something. I see our boy right here jogging it out. You need it. These kids are a lot faster than you think they are, a lot faster than the camera shows for sure.
Yeah.
And so, we no longer have the 4:40 time anymore, especially as referees, but we still got to be able to keep up. So.
4:40 back in your prime, though.
Yeah, that was a
Maybe
great time.
4:2, I've heard.
I don't know about that. 4:4 for sure, though. Nothing like running that through a laser, looking back at the clock and going, you know what? That hurt.
12 minutes on the clock. The ball teed up from John Marshall. The lights have turned on at Taft Stadium. And we're about set for Lawton High to take on John Marshall.
The lights are on. Game's ready. Chang Gang is all out there getting ready. Coaching staff, players getting in position. And, of course, a little bit of the pink color out there is October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and as dubbed by the NFL now, just Cancer Awareness Month with the crucial catch.
And their first opportunity for the first quarter, brought to you by Lawton Fire Association, is going to be with Lawton High Special Teams, which has made some great plays throughout this season. They have the Wayne's Drive-In kickoff teed up and ready to go. Wayne's Drive-In, best burgers and cherry lemonades in town. Come on, everyone, let's go to Wayne's with their 2 locations in Lawton, 7 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday. Anytime you're away from Lawton, it's easy to miss a staple, a slice of Americana with Wayne's Drive-In.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
But here comes John Marshall, ready to put toe to rubber and get this thing started. And it's a onside squib kick play that's just fallen on by Lawton High. So they'll have good starting field position for this offense. And now we see who emerges from this sideline for the Wolverines. Again, pregame looked like it was going to be Pulatase. But we did see Simpson helping them out pregame to get ready, snapping the football in full pad. So we'll see what this offense looks like for now. K9 in there with Pulatase getting everybody set.
I'd love to still see some Simpson action here if he's healthy enough to go, maybe even kind of sub in here later as a runner.
A shotgun look, man in motion for Lawton High. There's the snap. Pulatase going to start with a screen pass received there, and he's going to lose 4 yards as Campbell on the reception.
First little throw, trying to get the nerves out, make sure that the freshman quarterback is indeed comfortable with the ball, and the throw was good, just not enough blocking up front, just immediately. Therefore, can't do too many dance moves in the backfield before you get hit.
And the game clock still shows 12 minutes, so we'll see what they're going to reset this to eventually. Another screen pass out there from Pulatase. Makes a man miss in the backfield, gets back all that lost yardage past the first down marker, up ended at the 50-yard line, and the Wolverines have their first big play of the game.
And there we go, and that's what you need to do right there. Just like I said a little bit ago, the little dance moves, a little step back and make the defender miss and take that sideline, use that speed. Nothing like running down the sideline and seeing nothing but green grass.
So the clock now at 11:55. The officials trying to get them to roll the clock more, and they'll have to stop the game to do so because the clock never started on the kickoff and then never started on the first play. So now they're playing catch-up on the time, but Lawton High has the chains moving for their first down of the game.
The Zebra's I don't know if he's talking to the coach about it, or if he's.
I think he's trying to get the coach on the headset to alert one of his coaches up here to then go alert a clock operator.
As we see over here, the phone call is in. Therefore,
we're ready to go.
We might get a fix here.
1st and 10, Lawton High. Shotgun look for the Wolverines. Looks like a wildcat formation on the snap. They're going to keep it up the middle, trying to bounce off a would-be tackler. Trudges forward for a gain of at least 5.
The good run there by Costin. Put a Campbell in motion. Fakes the handoff, goes right up the middle. Nice little trickery backfield. Misdirection as we see them constantly stealing it from MacArthur because it works.
Pulatase with Costin next to him. Takes the snap, going to pull a screen pass, throws it down the line, and he's wrapped up and tackled for a loss of about 3.
Complete on the far side. Brought down the play by Andre Blake. It brings up 3rd down.
The money down for Lawton High, and you look at the first down marker just before the 40-yard line. Perhaps this is in no man's land, kind of 2-down territory for the Wolverines, but this is the first drive of the game. So we'll see what they can do after picking up 1 first down already this drive. They need another big play here.
Looks like they're pushing out Adams out here. A little misdirection by Costin.
Pulatase on the hard count gets the snap. Hands it off. Costin has running room. Costin makes a man miss, has that first down marker, falls forward, and easily moves the chains for Lawton High, getting them to the 40-yard line into enemy territory and in a good spot.
Good job by Costin there with that vision, knowing that maybe up the middle is not the best direction, but stayed behind his blockers. Found that little gap to the right, made the space, and drives the Bears back for a first down.
1st and 10. Pulatase gets the snap, hands it off. Costin again up the middle. Costin gets roped down and perhaps gains 1, but still behind the chains here on 2nd down.
Looks like to keep him at the line to gain. As the PA gets their voices out of the box and actually onto the field today.
2nd and 10. Pulatase checks at the line of scrimmage. Play clock at 18. Game clock inside of 9:30 to go in the opening frame from Lawton Fire Association. Man in motion. Pulatase hands it off. Costin ripping through tackles left and right, but eventually is pushed backward, but not before a gain of 3.
Good fight there by Costin. Keep the legs pumping. You know, they're wrapping you up high. It's pretty easy to kind of just keep pumping the legs and hope for the best. And, you know, that's what we do in the weight room at the great land of the Wolverines is consistently in the weight room and always hitting new maxes. And you get to see it out here on the field every single week. A little bit of strength and finesse.
3rd and 8 for Lawton High. Opening drive of the game. Pulatase making sure everybody's set. 10 on the play clock, and they're going to run over to the sideline as Lawton High calls their first timeout from Comanche Home Center. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Third and 8 for Lawton High after they expend their first timeout of the contest. 2 remaining before intermission. Man in motion for Pulatase. They look back at the official who wants to restart everything. There was another clock malfunction. Now they'll go in motion. Pulatase on 3rd and 8. Just window dressing for now. Then he's going to roll out. Looking downfield. Launches one. Has a man at the 20-yard line incomplete as it flutters out of bounds. So 4th down, I mean, you have a shorter field to work with. Do you still elect to punt, pooch kick, or do you just go for it?
Well, looking here, you almost, you think of the line drive punts he's been able to do. I personally would, if you're gonna punt it, you got to put it in the coffin corner, right? You got to get it out there, a high line drive, like high kick, let the Wolverines run under it and try to pin them inside of their own 5. But we'll see if he can get it up in the air for that long, as most of his punts have been line drive ones, or maybe a little trickery up their sleeves this week. Who knows?
Punting unit is out there with Martinez. The snap hits him in the gut. He punts this one away, end over end. It flies into the end zone, bounces at the 5, and rolls there for a touchback. So Lawton High picks up a first down on their first possession, a couple of them, before stalling out. No score in this one. It'll be John Marshall's first possession offensively against the Lawton High defense, which is a prime example of a unit that has shown flashes of greatness throughout the season, and they also have some things to work on. You saw Noble last week show off some of their ability to get to the outside edge, but they struggled in the air. They struggled running up the middle. So if Lawton High can clean up that area this week, they should have great success with this defense.
I totally agree with you there.
Hard count gets them to flinch. There's the penalty marker down, and you wonder who this will be against, because while Lawton High's defense stood up, they didn't move, and so that flinch from the John Marshall offensive line will move the Bears back before their first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, the player holding himself accountable there, saying, my bad, guys, it was me. But we'll see how they start off their offensive drive against this Wolverine defense, now backed up 5 yards, 1st and 15 now.
Eddie at quarterback for the Bears in the shotgun. Hard count on again, and the wide receiver again flinches. This will be another play blown dead and making it 1st and 20 right out of the gate. He was a little eager to get going on that tunnel screen, and that's going to cost him 5 more yards.
It's hard when you, especially when you have a decent quarterback with a good hard count. Ugh, those voices, especially as a receiver, you've been practicing it all week. You're ready to go, and that first hard count comes out, and you want to snap off, and you remember, wait for the second one.
So John Marshall still trying to get this plane off the ground. There's another hard count, man in motion. The Bears for their first play from scrimmage on 1st and 20. Another hard count. There's the snap. Dumps it to the flats, wrapped up at the 10, breaks a tackle, and pushed out at the 15. So still behind the chains on 2nd down, but a nice little pickup there for the Bears.
He'll make up the second false start yardage, but not quite to the original line to gain. Malcolm Ed out there throwing the screen pass there.
7:40 to go in the opening frame. The Bears with an interesting look offensively, and Lawton High will now give them the penalty yardage back on the hard count, getting the Wolverines to bite into the neutral zone.
It's hard. It's really hard, especially when you have such a solid count. He's making his own guys go off sides, false starting, and so I can only tell from here that he's definitely got a solid commanding snap count there, and so that's going to be an issue here. The Wolverines got to tap into a little bit of that discipline and get ready for this game.
So after a trio of false starts and a 5-yard gain, it's 2nd and 9, and he's going to be collapsed upon with a couple flags down in the process. For now, it's a Lawton High sack, but we'll see what the penalty markers are, one from each official.
Hopefully it's not a late hit or a roughing the passer call. It did seem like he may have fallen down, and they may have thrown the flags just due to them coming in afterwards.
And it will be a face mask on Lawton High. That's a tough call because of the situation. I mean, it's hard to, whenever you're in that live bullet atmosphere, to realize the quarterback is falling on his own and he doesn't need any help. But this penalty moves John Marshall up, but not enough for a first down, although face mask typically is.
It may have been an incidental 5-yarder.
Redo 2nd down. John Marshall hands it off. Nowhere to run up the middle. The Wolverines stand up, and the pile moves backward.
Pack of Wolverines meets him there, and right up the middle, as we saw previous weeks, the running up the middle game is just not going to be solid for any teams coming in here. The Wolverine front line there are able to close any of those gaps. It's always the outside run that the Wolverines seem to need a little help on. But those inside ones, as we just saw there, amount to not much.
And if you want winners and people that want to win, it's up front with Lawton High. Their front seven's been really good this season, especially up the gut on these runs. Here's an outside run, trying to get to the boundary and does, and popped out of bounds. But he did pick up a first down for John Marshall to move the chains.
As I just mentioned, with the outside runs being a little bit of an issue right there, just not enough lateral quickness from the linebackers getting out there and helping out the corner, because the corner is going to meet that first receiver as a blocker, and you need the help from the secondary and the linebackers to shift over and help provide pressure to that running back, make him either run out of bounds or try to cut inside and meet a big linebacker for a tackle.
Shotgun look for the Bears as Eddie checks the wristband, making sure he's ready to go. All alone in the shotgun, brings a man in motion. There's the snap. Goes over the middle, has a man deflected, and it falls harmlessly to the turf, but incomplete for 2nd and 10.
Unfortunate right there. 2 Wolverines in the area, just not sure where the ball was landing, and could have been a really nice pick for the Wolverines. A good start for the defensive front, but still it looked like a little bit of a miscommunication error on the defense there. 2 people covering the same guy that could have been a little detrimental to the Wolverines defense.
6:13 to go on 2nd and 10. The Bears on the hard count get the snap there, dump it off on the flat, caught at the 30-yard line, running upfield, has some running room for a first down, taken down past the 50, and it will be the Bears in enemy territory for their first possession. However, we saw Lawton High pull off the same success and then stall out around this part of the field. So you want your defense to bend but not break and keep this a 0-0 game. First and 10, John Marshall takes the snap, pulls it, screen pass. Lawton High has a man back there, but he misses the tackle, and that's going to turn in from what should have been a loss of 2 to a gain of 8.
It's tough there as a defender trying to break down and make the offensive guy decide. A lot of times you get right up on him and you're thinking about, I'm gonna make him, sack him with this huge loss of yardage, and then get a little overzealous, try to make the tackle before letting the offensive guy make the decision, and there you go, flying to the left or the right, and the offensive guy's running right by you.
John Marshall checking the play, 5:20 to go. This is the Bears' first possession. The snap give, and he's going to be wrangled down by a few Wolverines and dropped for a loss.
Another run up the gut there, just kind of dialed in by the Wolverine defense, getting in the backfield and taking him down before you can even make a decision. So good job there by the front men, and the linebacker crashing in. Looked like a Mike blitz, and it ended up working out for the Wolverines.
So we'll see Lawton High on 3rd down. Try to get a stop and get off the field. Man in motion. Joins him in the backfield. Dropping back to throw is Eddie. Eddie, with pressure in his face, goes over the middle, has a man, first down, and then some. Tripped up at the 30-yard line and falls forward for a nice gain.
Nice little screen pass there from Malcolm Ed going off to the outside there. And as I mentioned, the edge side of the Wolverines not being as tight as we need it to be this season, and gain of a decent amount of yardage, moves the chains. Hopefully the Wolverines can stall out John Marshall here like they did on their drive towards their end zone.
Hard count on the 25, 1st and 10. Bears check the play. 10 on the play clock. The snap and give has a hole wide open at the 15. Stiff arms a man to the 10 and taken down there. Great blocking up front by John Marshall. Sets them up in what should be promising territory.
We'll see if the Wolverine defense can stop a red zone look here. We've seen them do it plenty of times this season. Let the opposition get all the way almost inside the 10 and then stall them out here.
There's the snap, dropping back to throw. Pumps once, pumps twice. Now going to throw it over the middle, incomplete. We did see Lawton High, as you mentioned a week ago, against Noble. Their defense goes onto the field 1st and goal from the 3, no points from Noble, so they're hoping for that same success here.
Exactly. And wonderful pressure there on the quarterback. His first probably main look was covered there, tried to swap it over to the right, but by the time he was ready for that pass, he had about 2 Wolverines in his face, so a little hard to make that throw.
2nd and 10, a first down to gain at the 2. There's the handoff, trying for the outside, swarmed by Wolverines, taken down right around the 10-yard line.
So 3 on the third play of the drive here, and or this set of chains here, and only about 3 yards to show for it.
This is the money down on 3rd down. A down worth about $7.5 million for Lawton High to keep them out of the end zone. Don't want to give up those 7 points and start from behind.
Definitely don't want to start from behind in a district game here.
There's the snap, quick throw over the middle, caught at the 5, trying to get him down to the ground. They can't do it yet. He's right at the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, John Marshall, and they strike first. Here's the strobe lights from the stadium where John Marshall starts up 6-0 after getting a stop on defense. But they actually have called them down at the inch line, so perhaps premature on the light show, or at least the points aren't on the board yet. This could be a 2-point conversion situation or a first down. We'll see.
Looks like a 2-point conversion as the points just got added to the board.
John Marshall going for 2. There's a flag.
False start. The receiver there on the slot just got a little excited again. You're ready to go. Unfortunately, it's going to pull them back here. We'll see if they'll swap to a kick or if they'll just try to run it again.
They're going to go for it again. You can tell because the coach's box just ushered out a play. So they're going to be in the pistol, and they're going to try it again. And what a momentum shift it would be to go up 8-0 as the underdogs here at Taft Stadium, trying to set a tone. There's the snap. Handoff, play action, dump off to the flat, too high, incomplete. But the play action worked to perfection. He had his man, a little bit too much heat on it. Nonetheless, though, John Marshall up 6-0 in the first quarter on Lawton High. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network as we get set for the Wayne's Drive-In kickoff. This will be John Marshall's second kickoff. They won the toss, elected to defer. Lawton High couldn't manufacture points on the board, and then John Marshall gets the football back, and after a rough start with a couple of false starts, they march down the field 90 yards for the score, and they lead 6-0 after a failed point after attempt. So the Bears have the first lead of the game. Lawton High looks to retaliate, and if you're Lawton High, you want people that will punch someone in the mouth right here on this possession, just get downhill, win the line of scrimmage battle, and really calm the waters here down 6-0.
For sure, there. And you almost think here after seeing the first kick that maybe the pooch kick and the wanting to go for 2 instead of a kick up in the beginning here, that maybe another pooch kick is on the way. Maybe swap some personnel out to allow for that pooch kick to be ran back for a couple of yards instead of starting 10, 15 yards behind the 50. That would be a very nice turn of events for the Wolverines here as John Marshall gets ready for the kick. Some toe to rubber, as Ryland says.
You got to let it fly sometimes.
Nobody better kicking than And Caitlin Cox, Adrian Morales, my two favorite kickers. Not to mention, was it Joseph Kim?
Joseph Kim was special.
Oh, yeah. It's the reason Houston snagged him, right?
Yeah, Houston went and got him.
He came, and I remember it was a big thing when Houston came and played OU. They said, welcome back to Oklahoma, Kim.
3:03 to go in the opening quarter, brought to you by the Lawton Fire Association. Wayne Shriven kickoff, ready to go. We saw a squib kick last time. This time just right up the middle, bouncing at the turf, picked up at the 20, and here come the Wolverines. Great blocker set up, but he's popped at the 35. Going to be taken down still. Paid the price, but gets good field position out of that return.
You know, sometimes as a runner, you got to understand that, hey, man, I'm going to get lit up on this play, and I've lost a screw or two from my helmet and some games, so I can tell you from personal experience. It's
Who was the best helmet fixer on the sideline?
Oh, let's see. When I was in elementary school, we had one of the kids who his dad was a car mechanic, and he could fix anybody's helmet on the sideline. Dylan Stopman, what a great helmet mechanic there. And I think for the Walls with the Wolverines, it'd have to be David Stanley.
Pass from Pulatase too high and incomplete on 1st and 10. And, you know, it's difficult to, on the fly, midway through last game and then now 1 week of preparation, to have the quarterback and receivers on the same page. But you see plays like that, although it's incomplete, although it's 2nd and 10, that he had his man, he found his man, and it was just a little more crisp next time, and you have a big play.
Exactly. It's, like you said, a little more crisp. It's putting that thing into practice, right? Just because you're doing it on routes on air at practice doesn't mean you're going to get the full experience. Oh, what a beautiful end around here.
The pitch play works to perfection. Stiff arms him in at the 40-yard line, and he's going to be, for now, a touch short of a first down, but the official's still trying to clear the pile and make sure. So quickly it goes from 2nd and 10 to 3rd and 2.
I don't necessarily agree with the throw down there at the end of the play, but what a wonderful run by Costin getting under the sideline here. Sideline's a little thin, so maybe it's harder to see when he's out of bounds.
I would like to see more paint on this field. No colors, no thick sidelines. This is
very bare minimum out here right now.
That's just one complaint from the booth. There's the snap. It goes directly to the running back, who takes it upfield for a first down. Stiff arms him in, breaks a tackle at the 50, tripped up just before the 40.
And then it looks like it's Baker doing the Baker belt thing and running down the field, acting like nobody's in his way. What a wonderful run there.
It was a meat party on that possession. A lot of hogs in there, pushing the pile forward and setting a tone, exactly what the doctor ordered.
We have another change here, number 17 in for the Wolverines as quarterback.
There's the snap, taking it up the middle.
Another Wildcat run.
He clears the pile and gets a first down.
You gotta love these Wildcat runs. Like I mentioned, the Wolverines with their speed and just being able to outrun anybody on those edge plays. And you see it here. It's Wildcat after Wildcat going down the field. Not even sure you need a passing play going forward. Like I said, a consistent run game, and I think they're trying to show me here. Maybe they overheard me talking.
There's 1st and 10. Platase back in there for now in the pistol with Costin. Play clock at 10. Lawton High's already burned one timeout. Play clock down to 5, so they might need to burn another one unless they have their play in a hurry. Man in motion with 2 on the play clock. Snap to Bulatase off the carpet, flag on the play, and it's a negative play for a loss of 2, but we'll see what the handkerchief is for.
Thrown by the white hat here. Looks like he's checking for a Wolverines number, unfortunately. Yep, asking the John Marshall coach what he wants to do. Illegal shift.
They're going to decline that penalty, take the loss instead.
Not sure. Maybe he was moving upfield, but when the ball was snapped, ball was a little late on the snap there, a little low as well. You know, you can't be moving forward while shifting there and get the yardage. So
there's a snap, dropped, picked up, trying to run for it out of the Wildcat formation, gets that loss back.
So right back where they were now here for 3rd down, and you're this close to the end zone again. Don't want to stall out again, as we saw what happened with the answer back from John Marshall with 6 on the board. You almost want the Wolverines to use all this space out here on this right side. I see we have 2 receivers out here, but I'd almost rather line up the receivers to the left, pull more with the defense that way, and do an outside run to the right.
I think this has to be 2-down territory for Lawton High as Pulatase in the shotgun with 8 on the play clock, tries to get everybody set. The white hat moves out of the way so they can reset the clock. And if Lawton High wants it to be, it can be the last play of the quarter. There's the snap. Dropping back is Pulatase, evading pressure, stepping up and running. Pulatase drugged down around the 20-yard line. And that presents an interesting decision that if he wants to, Coach Williams can take the whole quarter to think about, because it's now 4th and short, and the differential between game and play clock with 18 on the game clock and 30 on the play clock lets Lawton High take plenty of time to think about this and what's the right play to call here, because you obviously need to go for this.
And I think they're going to ride it out to the end of the quarter here.
And that's what they'll do. Into the first quarter, John Marshall up 6-0 on Lawton High after the Lawton Fire Association first quarter on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Back after this.
Tayco Roofing now offers free instant quotes. Just go to taycoroofing.com and click free instant quote. Enter your address and click see my price. Roof repair doesn't have to be stressful. Get a free instant quote and trust Tayco.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Second quarter about set to get underway. The first play of the Lawton Police Department second quarter is a big one. 4th down. Lawton High needs, let's call it 3, to move the chains and enter the red zone, brought to you by Taco Mayo.
So we got Simpson back out here showing his face a little bit after the injury last week.
Campbell in motion. Simpson pulls it. The first run from Simpson since midway through last week is a first down. Joseph Simpson brings the running game back to this offense and moves the chains, and now Lawton High is set up in the Taco Mayo red zone, trying to even this game at 6.
Immediately goes and checks in with David Stanton on the sideline, make sure he's still good to go. As Pulatase now in here taking charge of the offense. Costin in the backfield. Got Campbell out here on the left, a little bunch. Nice tight formation.
And that was a great run for Simpson. Still a first down out there for Lawton High if they want it. There's the end around to Campbell. DJ Campbell trotting his way forward, getting all the way down for a gain of 6.
They escape a false start penalty there as Campbell, just like the John Marshall receiver, got a little excited, a little shuffle step back, but one could argue that he was getting set before the play. His feet were set before the play snapped, but a little scary there.
The officials can't see everything, so
that is fair.
Luckily for Lawton High, under 11 to go, second down, flag on the play. This is interesting.
We're getting a sideline warning to Lawton High.
And, obviously the sideline warning is not a big deal, especially not until your second one. I do think that there's a little explanation for that given the lack of distinctness with the sideline paint over there. It's easy to wander whenever it's not so bold.
The Wolverines getting called sideline warning on our lovely throw the hat in the air when we have a big play. Not necessarily part of the coaching staff, but does have a red hat on, and I can see how the officials could definitely not want that. Get to stay inside the 20. Our wonderful throw the hat in the air man pulls the sideline warning, and we're ready to get back in action.
A second down for Lawton High. Wolverines making sure everybody's set. There's the snap. Fake pitch, move forward, and he gains maybe one.
Simpson again in there. Looks like he'll maybe get a yard on the run there. Would have liked to see the pitch actually go through. The blocking looked decent on that outside edge.
This is still a comfortable spot for Lawton High in the Taco Mile red zone, as there's a first down marker at the 5-yard line. So it's 3rd and 5, 2-down territory, obviously, and Lawton High will burn their second Comanche Home Center timeout of the half. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
In the far corner of Southwest Oklahoma, you'll find a place that gives you the opportunity to pursue a degree while helping ease your mind when it comes to financial stress. Western Oklahoma State College offers a variety of options to fit your needs, both face-to-face and online. From managing a farm or ranch to saving lives as a registered nurse, Western will help turn your goals into your future. At Western Oklahoma State College, you are more than just a number. You are a member of the Pioneer family. Make Western your home away from home. Your degree is closer than you think.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. 3rd and 5, Lawton High down to 1 timeout remaining in the half, with this drive being the most crucial. Trying to retaliate from the score let up. There's the pass into the end zone. Has his man in the back of it, trying for the forward pass, and he can't get it. Incomplete, 4th and 5, as it was an all-out effort from the Wolverine in the end zone to swan dive backwards, full extension, couldn't get it, but there's a penalty marker down for
roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer that will give Lawton High a first down and put them on the doorstep of the end zone.
A little last-second shove there on Politasi after he had thrown the ball. Ball had actually been gone for almost a whole second there. I think I'm not sure if the kid necessarily saw the ball get thrown or what happened, but a little late. You can't do that. You know, that's just something that's going to hurt your team at the end of the day. And as you see, it gives the Wolverines a big, big advantage here from instead of being 4th down and thinking about a kick, now having first down and just run it up the center until we get in the end zone.
Looks like the Baker belt in there again as Lawton High. Plenty of bodies to throw at this John Marshall defense right up the middle, and he gets in. Touchdown Wolverines, and Lawton High answers the call, ties it up at 6, and the point after attempt can give Lawton High their first lead of the game.
Love to see it there, that Baker belt that hey, we have 3 people that can run the ball, and they all run it well. And that's exactly what you get from it. A touchdown and a beautiful setup for a kick. This will allow the Wolverines to take the lead and feel a little bit more comfortable going into this next defensive drive.
Lawton High going to keep that same formation in there and go for 2. There's the snap. Trying to find some green grass to run to and gets into the end zone. Lawton High gets the score and the 2-point conversion and takes their first lead of the game here at Taft Stadium on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
.4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network, and a drive that took up the end of the first quarter and parts of this second quarter ends with a Lawton High touchdown as they power in the score after roughing the passer call kept the drive alive. They needed to trot in for 3 yards and did just that. Got the 2-point conversion to boot, and they're up 8-6. That's your City National Bank scoring recap as they punch it in from the Taco Mayo red zone. And the Wayne's driving kickoff teed up and ready to go as the Wolverines getting their defense back out there for their second possession. A lot to clean up from the first. But this is an ultimate momentum shifter to steady the waters after reeling in that first quarter.
Nothing like taking the lead. Nice little momentum driver. Now we just got to hope that the not only the special teams make a wonderful play here, make sure the ball doesn't get any further down the field, but that the defense come back out and let them know that they're here to play.
Kickoff from Lawton High, going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. John Marshall looking for some running room. Trying to bounce outside, can't do it. Makes one man miss, though, as reverses course to the Lawton High sideline, taken down at the 20. So that's the starting field position for the Bears.
I mean, I like it. A way better kick than we've seen almost all season, with all the pooch kick kind of landing it right at the 30 for one to land right at the 10. Nice, decent air mileage there, and then a good play by the Wolverines to get right up on him and stop him before he can even gain 10 yards.
That'd be a great NIL deal for kickers and punters. It's just the air traveled from the kick. You get that in a airlines package.
Oh my goodness, that'd be amazing. Southwest.
Here Southwest, we go. American Delta.
Southwest, the big one here out of Lawton Airport, or I think it's American Airlines, one of the two, and nice way to, get some air mileage.
First and 10, the Bears looking to go 2 for 2 on scoring drives. It got off to a shaky start for the Bears, as this one does as well. They need to burn a timeout before the first play from scrimmage after a kickoff. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Aero Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way and making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. John Marshall had their first drive start with a couple false starts. This drive, starting with the timeout right after the kickoff.
Didn't want to burn that, the play clock. Didn't want the penalty. Already pushed back, so.
Hard count, snap, end-around play. Some trickery as John Marshall slips on the field and still able to salvage it and gain perhaps 2 as the pile eventually is blown dead. And we're going to give him 1 on the carry, setting up 2nd and 9.
It's unfortunate for the John Marshall there. At least in the backfield, it looked like it was a solid developed play, and then just the slip right there, allowing the Wolverines to catch up to him and do what they do best.
John Marshall was able to salvage being behind the chains on their last drive, trying to do so here. Looked like the receiver left a bit early, but nonetheless, the run up the middle only nets them about 3.
Not too much in the play there, even if the receiver left early. The running back only able to gain about, like you said, 3 there, as Campbell was right on his backside with that corner blitz, and looks like they're going to have to go empty in the backfield, try to gain some yardage here.
On the money down, the Lawton High defense trying to get off the field with 8:15 on the game clock before intermission. John Marshall will get the kickoff after halftime. There's a snap. Launching it in the air, one-on-one coverage down the sidelines. Bit too far for anyone, but a penalty marker is down in late. And obviously where that was thrown and the reaction from the Lawton High sidelines, you expect that to be defensive pass interference.
I disagree with that one. The same being able, he looked back for the ball before he swatted, which is the number one way to prevent having pass interference. And it unfortunately is just not going to work out for the Wolverines here.
So it's a free first down for John Marshall on the incompletion.
Luckily in high school, it's not the spot of the foul. It's only 15. as opposed to the NFL, or that would be a momentum killer for the Wolverines. It's a first down and their first real big mistake here in this game.
There's the snap. Pressure coming for the hitch route, tipped up and incomplete. And you've seen John Marshall miss high on these throws, and that's always dangerous, as one of these times it'll get picked off by this Lawton High defense.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, it's something that they got to definitely watch out for, is this Wolverine defense, just as much as the offense has the speed to get under things. And with a high pass there, quarterback's definitely got some speed on that ball. The receivers just got to actually retain that ball, and otherwise you risk turning it over.
There's a snap, dropping back to throw over the middle, and it's almost intercepted, and he didn't survive the ground. Penalty marker flies in late in the backfield.
And there's a yellow handkerchief close to the Wolverine sideline. Came in roughly out about 3 seconds after the play was dead. We'll see what goes on here.
It'll be holding against John Marshall as the signal.
And then I did see the Wolverine on that far side, had to get that out from underneath somebody. So, pancake blocks are nice as an offensive lineman, but at the end of the day, you got to make sure it's an actual pancake block and not I'm just laying on this kid for fun. Number one way to get a holding call.
So this backs him up. 2nd and long for the Bears. Lawton High has all the momentum of the Lawton Police Department second quarter. They've scored their lone touchdown in the 2-point conversion. And right now they have the John Marshall offense on the ropes.
As they're looking at about a 2nd and just about 10. There's the marker.
Yeah,
that's
the marker's on
the game. That's
a country mile down the road on the hard count. There's the speed option. Tries to pitch it. It's dropped onto the carpet, and I think that John Marshall's fallen on top of it to retain possession but lose them another 4 yards.
It was a forward pass, which I think the ump's going to tell the line judge here, as it was.
And they're going to call it incomplete now. But now the yard marker has to move back up. And it was confusing for the chain gang because they did throw out the beanie as if it was a fumble. And for now, they're still giving Lawton High the yardage lost.
I think they're going to
but they're still discussing.
Talk it out. I don't. There it is, yeah. I finally moved it forward to where it was. Still, like you said, 3rd and a country mile here for the Bears to go against the Wolverines here.
I mean, they need to get all the way up to the 48 to have a first down and to have it comfortably cross the 50.
As the play clock starts getting towards 10, the Bears receiving core confused. The play clock is going to be a real big issue on this play.
At 5 and then now at 2. Hard count, snap, dropping back to throw, rolling out. Here comes Eddie. Looking downfield, looking for somewhere to go with the football, and runs out of real estate, thrown down at the 30-yard line, brings up 4th and long in a punting situation.
Malcolm Ed just not seeing what he wanted downfield, and unfortunately that's going to definitely bring out the punting unit. It'll be a good thing here to see the Wolverines special team punt returner with DJ Campbell back at the helm to receive, as he makes sure he's counting players, making sure they have the correct amount of people up.
And he's had some explosive returns. They've also blocked a couple kicks this season, Lawton High has. We'll see if this is another successful special teams play. Low snap, picks up off the carpet, boots it away, almost blocked it. It goes straight in the air, end over end, and eventually takes a Switzerland bounce at the 50 and now goes Lawton High's direction, scooped up around the 45. So Lawton High starts the drive in enemy territory, looking to build on that touchdown drive from last time out.
The high punt there, not even getting back, past the first down marker. It's going to put a little bit of stress here on the John Marshall defense, already starting in their own territory. It's not a good feeling as a defender, I'll tell you that. And you almost want to push them back across the 50 to get a little more confidence in where you are, at least on the field position wise, and it's just not a good feeling.
Men in motion. Lawton High takes the snap, going to throw a screen pass out there. Has running room and blockers set up for him and gains at least 4.
Nice little screen pass there from Politasi. Pass is coming a little more along here as the game's been going on, a little more on target, not making the receiver reach as much, and that's what you like to see from a freshman quarterback starting in a varsity game.
There's the snap, pitch play. As we've seen Lawton High go to that a few times, this time it gains nothing.
John Marshall barely escapes a 12-man on the field penalty here as the line judge on our side was talking to a coach when the play snapped and the player was still running off.
So 3rd and medium for Lawton High. And there's a timeout on the field from John Marshall. Their 2nd. We'll take it with them on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Arvest Bank, we believe home ownership makes families and communities stronger. Whether it's your first home, a fixer-upper, or your forever home, we're here to help put home ownership within reach. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank, we believe.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Lawton High has a big 3rd down here and has a big formation in the game. Now they're going to spread them out with 24 on the play clock. Man in motion. There's the snap, play action, screen pass out to Lawton High sideline and cutting up field and gets right back to that original line of scrimmage for now 4th and call it 7.
You know, here you think, do you do what worked on the goal line to get about 6 or 7 yards with a Baker belt, or do you go for a pass play or an end around on the outside?
Kick it. We've seen them pooch kick before.
Yeah.
But I think that you got to go for this if you're Lawton High. I'd like to see them let Politase throw over the middle as there's a snap, going to drop back to throw, staring down his receiver on the sideline, and incomplete. So a turnover on downs for the Wolverines as they cling to an 8-6 lead with 5 minutes to go before halftime.
Just a little bit of an overthrow there. Goes out, sails out of bounds. Nobody in threat range there, but the Wolverines now actually starting on the other side of the 50, being able to hopefully hold John Marshall off before we go into half.
You know, it's typically fall in the rest of the world, but in Oklahoma, the weather tomorrow, instead of having, you know, candy corn and fall treats, it's still watermelon, mango season, just fruits and sunshine and heat coming at you tomorrow. Eventually we'll get to our fall and winter weather, though.
Hopefully.
1st and 10. There's the pitch play on the jet sweep. Going right up the middle, evades a couple tackles and loses the football. Lawton High falls on it, and they should have a turnover.
The line judge on our side's giving the signal already for 1st down Wolverines, and you'll love to see it, whether that was just a mistake or just an expert punch out. That's just what you love to see there.
And winning the turnover battle, a big deal, especially after having a turnover on downs to really put a shot in the arm to this team.
Giving the Wolverines another chance to go down and possibly score before the half is just, you know, getting more points before half will definitely kill the momentum for the John Marshall Bears here.
And starting in enemy territory, there's the reverse play. Lawton High just swarmed and loses the football. Ball on the deck, and it looks like the Wolverines fell on it with a heads-up play by one of their offensive linemen, but still going to net them a loss of at least 4.
Looks like a loss of 3 as Campbell on the end around tried to toss the ball again after being
Looked like it was almost a panic situation.
grabbed,
He just got swarmed up and
and he dropped it, and luckily the Wolverine tight end jumped on the ball. I don't think we'll see too much trickery after that one.
2nd and long, Lawton High trying to move forward now. Hard count, check to the sidelines, 10 on the play clock. Pulatase making sure everybody's on the same page. Down to 5 on the play clock. There's a snap. Handoff, trying for the outside, and he's swarmed by Bears. Penalty marker flies in.
It's definitely either going to be a face mask or a horse collar, I think, here.
It looks like it will be a face mask or holding on Lawton High to surprise everyone. Even the John Marshall coaching staff thought it was a face mask. So Lawton High, from bad to worse on this possession, they're going to have to dig their way out of a hole, but we've seen them have explosive plays to do just that in the past. Just not a setup for this drive that you like to see.
Just under 4 minutes to go here. Wolverines getting the play from the sideline. No personnel change. Yeah, you think there's going to be a decent throw here with 3 wide out on the right side.
Shotgun look, Pulatase, pressure on, screen pass dumped off at the 40-yard line. Running upfield, blocker set up, first down Lawton High. The Wolverines still running down the sidelines, free and clear into the end zone as Costin breaks a big one, and it costs John Marshall all that yardage that they had back Lawton High up and grows this lead for the Wolverines, 14-6 with a PAT coming up.
Costin showing him what the sweet legs can do. Nothing but a quick end-around pass there. He runs, hugging the sideline. Beautiful blocking by the Wolverines, allowing him to just use his speed to outrun every single bear out there. Not something you can do in real life, but something he knocks out here at the park. And there we go, Wolverines 14-6 here in Taft Stadium.
We'll have to head to the Oklahoma City Zoo after this and ask who would win a race between a Wolverine and a bear.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a fun one. Swinging gate on for Lawton High, looking to go for 2 again. They got the 2-point conversion with a traditional look last time.
Looks like they're going for it again.
Now some trickery with Pulatase, who's going to take it himself. Pulatase crosses the plane and gets in. Put 2 more on the board for the Wolverines. They lead John Marshall after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
The City National Bank scoring recap is a good one for Lawton High. It had all been going wrong after the turnover. Backed up, 2nd in a country mile, 3rd in a country mile, and then just a nice flip pass screen to Costin. Costin takes it over 50 yards into the end zone, and Lawton High gets the 2-point conversion to lead by 10, 16-6 in this one. That's your City National Bank scoring recap. Now the Wayne's drive-in kickoff from Lawton High. Last time that they put one away, they had a great coverage to back up John Marshall and have their drive stall out. Wayne's, best burgers and cherry lemonades in town. Come on, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. There's the kick. It's a little shorter this time, and he muffs it, and he falls on top of it past the 30 as there's some extracurricular, but no flags, as this one will have John Marshall getting the football at the 30. Timeout on the field. We take it with him on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Landmarks.
They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Lawton's premier full-service garden center is Bedrock Nursery at 1802 Northwest 67th Street. Serving all of Southwest Oklahoma since 1994, they are your source for homegrown bedding plants and offer a wide range of services, including landscape design and installation. They are your full-service garden center. Bedrock Nursery, 1802 Northwest 67th Street in Lawton. Bedrock Nursery. Come see the difference.
Are you prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with a Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
Firehouse Subs is stacked to satisfy. Every sub's piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and bold flavor in every bite. All served on a freshly toasted roll. Big portions, no shortcuts. Just crave-worthy subs made to truly satisfy. And at Firehouse Subs, every bite makes an impact. A portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. Download the Firehouse Subs app and get up to $10 off your first order. Skip the line, stack the flavor, and support your local heroes. Only at Firehouse Subs. At participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid for 1 week after account registration. Additional terms apply.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Lawton High just kicked away the Waynes Drive-In kickoff. John Marshall takes over at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, with the Bears down 16-6. However, there's still 3:23 to go before intermission, and John Marshall gets the football after halftime. So a pivotal defensive sequence here from the Wolverines to protect this lead. Dropping back to throw over the middle. Has a man, he's clobbered over the middle after a gain of 3.
What a great tackle there. Linebacker getting that crossing route and just leveling. As a slot receiver, that's one of your biggest fears when your coach calls a slant route for you, because you know the next big thing is either you catching the ball and having nothing but green grass, or you catching the ball and seeing the grass. So
second and medium, there's the high snap. Going to drop back to throw, trying to evade pressure, and he's just slung down at the 20-yard line. A massive sack for Lawton High.
It looks like it's Baker back there giving him the business. So he ran back there. I'm not sure if he thought he could get out of there, but his wide grip there just snagged him and threw him to the ground.
Timeout on the field. John Marshall takes one at the 2:36 mark on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Through life's trials, Liberty National Bank has been with you all the way, listening, embracing your goals, working together with you to build the business you want or the life you want. We've supported our neighbors and local businesses for over a century, always putting people first. For you, we are in the banking business. For you, we're here. Liberty National Bank, with you all the way.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. 2:36 to go in the Lawton Police Department second quarter, a quarter that's been all Lawton High as they've grown their lead 16-6, all 16 points coming in the second frame. John Marshall now faces a 3rd and 17. Lawton High getting off the field here would be crucial because they'd get great field position and an ability to try to score again before the half. Last play was a big sack this time. Dropping back to throw, pump fake once. Those over the middle, incomplete. Going to be caught, no, at the 20. But still, not enough. Only a 2-yard gain on the hitch route for John Marshall. If he survived the ground, which he did. So it's now 4th and long. It should be, but it looks like it's going to be 3rd down. Might have had some confusion there. They still haven't even moved it from the second guy.
Yeah.
Well, there was a sack that pushed him back. That would at least have been the 3rd play. It's on the 4th down marker now. See, don't ever question the OSN broadcast. We always have it right up here. They sometimes have it wrong down there. 4th down, low snap. Here's the punt. Booted away. Nice, clean punt this time. The Lawton High Wolverines field hit DJ Campbell trying to get some running room. Campbell follows his blocks, has the patience, spins it back, has open field. Campbell down past the 30, and DJ with 2 to beat with a flag on the play gets into the end zone. If this stands, it's an electrifying punt return for a score for Lawton High to take all the momentum and strangle this game away from John Marshall. But that penalty marker on the field likely holding against the Wolverines. And, regardless of this holding, what patience and what awareness from Campbell to just slowly let his blockers develop and then turn on the jets and get down there. That's the playmaking ability of a DJ Campbell. But the holding from Lawton High will take the points away.
Which is okay because only a minute 40 before going into half. You'd think the Wolverines can almost run the clock out here, either with just consistent run plays or maybe even another big explosive play like that and getting a score. Another score between now and half would literally demoralize the Bears and give the Wolverines almost nothing to talk about at half.
140, Lawton High shuffling to the sidelines to get some instruction. And even after that holding, we'll see 1st and 10 for Lawton High from the 35. So great field position for the Wolverines with still 140 to work with. Lawton High has a timeout in their back pocket, plus, of course, they can stop it by going out of bounds. So plenty of time to put another score on the board if they want to. Man in motion. There's the snap. Chopping back to throw. Dumps off another screen pass. Costin blown up in the backfield after he sprung the screen play for his 50-yard score. Now loses yards.
Good defensive play there coming down to check on the screenplay that cost them the score the last time.
Clock rolls inside of a minute on the snap. Costin next to Pulatase. Pulatase launches it downfield. One-on-one coverage. One-handed grab attempted. Incomplete, but a penalty marker down and should be pass interference on John Marshall.
Pretty blatant there, unfortunately. He good job on the Wolverines receiver putting his hands up early. And when you do something like that, it forces the DB to have to react, especially if he doesn't have his head turned around, which in that case he didn't. Put his hands in his face a little early, which is going to cause the pass interference penalty, give Wolverines a quick little first down here. And
what's interesting is the John Marshall defensive back forced the receiver out of bounds, and he was the first to touch it. So it could be an illegal touching on Lawton High, and it looks like that's what it is. It's the officials are now marking things off, but they're moving forward after going backward. Eventually, the determination will be Lawton High having the football with 57 seconds to go.
With looks like a second and 3.
It'll be
or 2. Second and 3. Second and 3. As the white hat still tries to figure it out before he just lets it roll.
2nd and 3 for the Wolverines. The 15 yards sets him up nicely here. Pulatase gets the snap, dropping back to throw, over the middle, launches it, and it's incomplete. The intended target on that play, nowhere close. John Marshall had the closest participant to the play, and it goes through his hands too high. 52 to go on the game clock. 3rd and 3 here.
Wolverines escape a easy pick there. Just a miscommunication there on that route. Looks like the receiver wasn't tracking. He was supposed to just run a go route there, and it didn't work out.
3rd and 3, Pulatase. The snap and the give. Up the middle for a first down. The chains will move, and we'll see what kind of urgency Lawton High wants to have. They have a timeout in their back pocket, and they take it right here. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Through life's trials, Liberty National Bank has been with you all the way, listening, embracing your goals, working together with you to build the business you want or the life you want. We've supported our neighbors and local businesses for over a century, always putting people first. For you, we're in the banking business. For you, we're here. Liberty National Bank, with you all the way.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. No timeouts remaining for either side. Lawton High put it on the ground to ensure that they could extend this drive and use their last Comanche Home Center timeout of the half. Both teams, of course, going to get a fresh 3 in the second half, but for now, Pulatase will have it 1st and 10, threatening to score again. There's the low snap. He picks it up, and he's going to be flushed out of the pocket and eventually trips and falls after the sack. He tried to break it with the tackle up high, but could not. And if Lawton High wants to, they can just take this into halftime. The differential is 30 on the game clock and 34 on the play clock, but they're going to go hurry up, trying to move forward on 2nd and long. There's a snap and the spike. So 23 seconds left, and it's now 3rd and long. Interesting decision to spike it there, given the amount you need for a first down.
I think Coach Sosa is going to want a Hail Mary play here, something to get downfield and test out a trick play or two here. You never know.
It's the right part of the field for some trickeration.
Oh, yeah.
And 3rd and long. Wolverines broke a long play in this situation on their last drive. Low snap. Pulatase dropping back, steps up from the pocket. Pulatase now flushed out of the pocket. He takes off and runs. Pulatase with a flag down in the backfield. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage with 15, and the clock, of course, will stop as we clear up the penalty marker.
Definitely going to be a holding call on the Wolverines here.
So now there's just 14 seconds to go as you redo 3rd down. And it will be 3rd and almost half the field.
You know, it's almost going to be a 4th and 7-second play that all they're going to have time for is to throw it down. I think it was great vision there by Pulatase to realize that, hey, this passing play is falling apart. Let me take off here. Just unfortunate with the holding call because it was decent yardage that he was able to pick up on his feet.
And so on 3rd down and long, the first down marker all the way at the 15-yard line as Lawton High has it closer to the 50. No side has a timeout, so Lawton High, if they don't incomplete the pass, could take this to halftime. They're going to throw a screen pass and just see what it gets them. Racing down the sidelines, and he hurdles over a defender. Did he touch out of bounds? It looks like he did, as the clock will be stopped at 7 seconds. Gives them plenty of room for that Hail Mary.
I almost called it to the exact time there. Fourth down with 7 seconds on the clock. It's almost like the OSN booth's never wrong. And here we go. I think we're going to see, once again, just a Hail Mary ball downfield as Pulatase here is empty in the backfield.
Dalstradamus going to call it here, dropping back to throw, trying for the Hail Mary, trying to evade pressure, and he's sacked on the backside, picked up off the carpet for the lineman, but he can't advance it, and that should be the end of the half. But Lawton High, though, got the momentum back in the second quarter. scoring a couple of times to give them a 16-6 lead. We'll see what the second half has in store after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, PayMe Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. PayMe Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
If you're someone who feels anxious or scared about going to the dentist, you're not alone. We're here to make sure you feel completely comfortable every step of the way. And at our office, we believe in treating more than just teeth. We focus on you as a person. And with Sedation Dentistry, you can experience the care you need without fear and without pain. And with Sedation Dentistry, we can make your dreams come true.
Tech Solutions is your dependable contractor for heating, AC, and electrical services for your home or business. They're the ones to rely on with over 30 years experience, and they are 100% locally owned and operated. They see to it to take care of your comfort, offering everything from installation to maintenance and servicing all brands in the greater Southwest Oklahoma area. Make sure you see them first for all your HVAC and electrical needs. Give them a call today, 580-919-0328. That's 580-919-0328.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere, offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com. or call 800-433-7300.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Bridges, and after 30 years of practicing dentistry in Lawton, Fort Sill, Southwest Oklahoma, I need some help. Please welcome our new associate dentist, Dr. Chandler Harbin. Dr. Harbin brings a gentle touch to our ever-expanding dental practice in order to make your visit one that exceeds your expectations. Even more things to smile about is our partnership with 3 major dental insurance companies, United Concordia, Delta Dental Premier, and Health Choice. Come schedule an appointment with Dr. Harbin or myself by calling 580-248-6700.
This month at Merritt Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the savings are massive. Like this 25 Ram 1500 with up to $15,632 in savings, or this 25 Ram 3500 for up to $7,000 off. This month only, so don't miss out. Power on with Merritt. This month at Merritt Chevrolet GMC Duncan, save big. Drive away with this beautiful 25 Traverse with up to $1,000 in savings, or save even bigger on this 25 Silverado with up to $8,500 off. This month only. Power on with Merritt.
Hey guys, I'm Will, the CEO of Foxhole, the military B&B platform, and we're honored to partner with OSN to support Oklahoma high school sports.
Hi, I'm Spencer Colossus, the founder of Foxhole. We built this platform specifically for you, the military community, designed to reimburse official travel and support all your personal travel needs.
And hey guys, if there's one thing I can give you for my time, it would be this to the players and coaches. To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Power Services, the power of quality and comfort, servicing all of Southwest Oklahoma and the surrounding area for the past 40 years. Offering the best service for heating and air for both residential and commercial, geothermal systems, electrical services, and generators are their specialty. Give them a call for all of your heating, air, and electrical needs. Experience the power of quality and comfort with Power Services of Southwest Oklahoma. Give them a call today at 580-875-3645. That's 580-875-3645.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind: providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-8720.
Rule number 6, be the truck authority. That's the Billingsley way. At Billingsley, we're proud to offer hundreds of Ford trucks for your selection. And if you know a thing or two about saving money, we bet you know Billingsley.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Drive home the win now at Billingsley Hyundai with huge savings from our inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs. See us today and be a champion with a winning deal for you. Or shop us online at BillingsleyHyundai.com. Now that's the Billingsley way.
The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
These hands have seen a lot. They've treated wounds and cured diseases, kept their fingers on the pulse of innovation and technology, pushed the boundaries of what's possible. These hands have mended families and held communities together. But it's our hearts that drive our unparalleled dedication, expertise, and healing. That's why we're here.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Tayco Roofing now offers free instant quotes. Just go to TaycoRoofing.com and click free instant quote. Enter your address and click see my price. Roof repair doesn't have to be stressful. Get a free instant quote and trust Tayco.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
In the far corner of Southwest Oklahoma, you'll find a place that gives you the opportunity to pursue a degree while helping ease your mind when it comes to financial stress. Western Oklahoma State College offers a variety of options to fit your needs, both face-to-face and online. From managing a farm or ranch to saving lives as a registered nurse, Western will help turn your goals into your future. At Western Oklahoma State College, you are more than just a number. You are a member of the Pioneer family. Make Western your home away from home. Your degree is closer than you think.
Lawton High leads 16-6 at halftime here at Taft Stadium against John Marshall. It was a 16-point second quarter to get this lead for the Wolverines. We'll have the second half for you after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
.4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Aero Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way and making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
At Arvest Bank, we believe home ownership makes families and communities stronger. Whether it's your first home, a fixer-upper, or your forever home, we're here to help put home ownership within reach. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank. We believe.
We're back for second half action here on the Oklahoma Sports Network from Taft Stadium as Lawton High leads 16-6. The Wayne's Drive-In kickoff will be teed up by the Wolverines. And Dalton, keys to the second half, much of the same in the second quarter of just controlling that line of scrimmage and keeping your defense, getting John Marshall off the field.
Exactly that, keeping that consistent offense, those run plays, bleeding clock down. You're up by 10, so it's a 2-score differential here. You almost just kind of just want to run the clock down for the rest of the game, and unfortunately, we know that's not the way of the Wolverines, and they'll definitely try to punch some more points in here.
The Wayne's Drive-In kickoff teed up. 12 more minutes on the clock here in the third quarter. And booted away by the Wolverines. End over end, caught at the 20. Here come the Bears, trying to have something set up. They reverse field, going to their sideline. The blockers do set up. Still on his feet past the 40 and taken down at the 45.
Allows the Bears to start off with decent field position just on the other side of the 50-yard line. Looks about the 46. And the Wolverine defense coming out of half, seeing if they've maintained that same fire, that same energy that they had in the first half of the game. You almost hope to see a nice little penetration of the line, maybe an early sack or something here, because you know he's going to come out the gates with the hard count, with the amazing hard count voice that he has.
1st and 10. There's that hard count and the snap. Throws it on the screen pass, caught, blocker set up well. The Bears still on the move, gaining at least 5.
Looks like he'll gain just about 5, half the yardage he needs there. Nice screen. Could have broke it away there if he had a little bit better vision, but it's high school ball, and he gets tackled right there, and the Wolverines are able to stop a big gain from being any bigger than it already was.
16-6, Lawton High leads. The Bears get the snap, dropping back to throw. Has a man, and it's going to be caught. Spins out of a tackle, races down the sideline, and the Bears strike in the second half with a touchdown. They draw closer after being down by 10 They put 6 more points on the board, immediately going to go for 2, just like last time.
Unfortunate there, the DB thinking maybe I can either get a pass deflection or an interception, goes straight for the ball, doesn't go for the tackle, leaving nothing but green grass for that receiver to turn on his acceleration jet there and get down the field. The Wolverines now in not a position that you want to be in.
It took less than a minute to put points on the board for John Marshall after the big return. The pass played down the sidelines gets 40 and a score. The 2-point conversion, which failed last time for Ed in the pistol, puts him in motion. There's the snap. Trying to throw that out route, intercepted by Lawton High. They go down the sidelines and they can't return it. And it's an incompletion or an incomplete second down attempt. So Lawton High retains a 16-12 lead, 11:05 to go in the third quarter after this. Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Paris Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. It was John Marshall that took their opening drive of the second half right down the field for a score in less than 60 seconds. What was a 10-point lead now whittled down 16-12 Wolverine advantage as they get the football back here for the Wayne's Drive-In kickoff. An electric start to the Britain's Electric third quarter for John Marshall. Still awaiting the ball back into play here.
Thought for a second there with the bunch up that they might have went for an onside and wouldn't have blamed them for it either.
It'll be a power squib kick. Takes a hop. Lawton High fields it. The Wolverines surrounded by Bears, taken down at the 45. And that's where the offense takes over for Lawton High. They found their rhythm in that second quarter, looking to carry that momentum into the second half.
This is what they really, really need here, is to have that same power, that same drive here starting the third quarter and just keep that same fire. It's just coming out of half, you were up and now the score, and it's one of those things where you want to punch them right back in the mouth as we have Simpson back out for the third quarter start.
Joseph Simpson, who left last game early and didn't start this game, puts him in motion. He'll go back where he came when Simpson keeps it, and he's going to be stood up. It'll be a loss of about 3 for Lawton High.
Simpson here, he's going to have to try to find the balance between wanting to make a play himself after coming in and doing what's best for the offense here, as we've seen him almost pull every single time he's gotten it. Don't know if that's by design or if it's up to him, but a couple times there where if he would have just handed it off, it could have been a bigger play, as Pulatasi now back in.
Offset shotgun, Pulatasi gets the snap low, play action, roll out, throws it to the flat. Burrell incomplete.
Burrell looking downfield before he caught the ball. Just an unfortunate thing there. You got to make sure that you have that football before you start trying to trot upfield. And just unfortunate there. Turned his head before the ball actually made contact with his hands. And there you go. He drops the ball.
3rd and 11 as Pulatase tries to dial something up here.
10 seconds on the play clock as their Wolverines try to get set.
Down to 5, Pilatase. With 2, takes the snap. Looks over the middle first. Now rolls out, pressure in his face. He gets sacked for a loss. So Jones wrestles down Pilatase and the punting unit on for Lawton High.
Not a great start to the second half here. It's almost after that touchdown, the Wolverines took a little hit to the morale there, and we'll see how the special teams turns out for the Wolverines as they've been solid all season.
So Lawton High with their second punt, reminiscence of the first quarter where it was all John Marshall until Lawton High took hold of the game in the second quarter. There's a line drive punt. Takes a Lawton High bounce, and it's going to be down just past the 30.
Decent punt there from Martinez, and here we go. Starting it over, the defense trying to stop them this time. Don't want to allow another touchdown, even though the point afters haven't been too successful.
First and 10, the Bears trying to erase this deficit. 9:15 to go in the Burns Electric third quarter. A third quarter that's already seen John Marshall score and get a stop defensively. 15 on the play clock. Down to 9 on the play clock. We've seen John Marshall have to call timeouts like this before. They do it again. So timeout Bears. We'll take it with them, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Lawton High trying to get a stop. It was a timeout before the first play after the punt for John Marshall. Some miscommunication. They're down to 2 remaining in the game. Lawton High has all 3 still. High snap, handoff, nowhere to run, but he gets through the carnage, and there goes the Bears, and it's going to be a long way around the barn for a gain of 1.
They are not taking these hits very well. These Wolverines are being quite aggressive with these tackles, and I think one of the biggest fears here for the John Marshall sideline is the lack of a depth chart here, as we're seeing from up here in the booth.
Might lend itself to John Marshall going at a slower tempo, because at this point, even though you're behind, the time not a factor. Given the 1-score game, dropping back to throw, looks over the middle, darts out of the pocket, dumps it off in the flat, caught there, racing forward, right at that first down marker, gets it for the Bears to move the chains.
It was a good job on the Wolverines stopping the initial play. It's just the secondary after effects there that got the best of them. We got an early start here from number 12 on the Bears. False start. He took off maybe almost 1 whole second before the snap. That hard count, I'm telling you, he's got to have a commanding voice. You can see the power behind his voice from up here. He shakes his entire being, and I'd hate to hear that on the line. It's a hard job down there on the line to not see the ball and understand that the play is gone.
So they'll try to do it again. 1st and 15. There's the snap. Looking to throw. Goes over the middle. Has a man incomplete too high, and he gets punished late as it goes off his hands. Wide open for a clean gain of 5, but just too hot, too high.
He's got good power there, and just unfortunately the receiver can't pull it in. The Wolverines not able to capitalize on the ball, continuing to fly right by him. With the heat there, as Najim Polk was in the backfield there and wasn't able to necessarily snag that ball going at 90 past his face after the tip.
So clock stopped at 7:59 to go in the third quarter. John Marshall facing a 2nd and 15. There's the snap. Pressure coming again. Flushes him out of the pocket, and he can't avoid it. That's a sack for Lawton High. That drops them all the way back to 3rd and a couple country miles here.
With the sexy Dexy celebration there by by Baker.
The first down to gain is past the 50-yard line, just shy of the 45. And this third down will take place on the wrong side of their 30.
Yeah, not pretty familiar here for 3rd and a country mile for John Marshall.
Hard count on, nothing doing. Still 10 on the play clock.
With their trips left, they're definitely a passing play here, as a run's not going to get them the yardage.
There's the snap. Pressure coming again. He's got to just move out of that pocket and does. Penalty marker down. That'll negate all of this, but the run gets him to the 40 for now.
Yep, it looks like there was going to be a hold and was seen by not one but 2 referees. So that one's definitely coming back. Good attempt there by the quarterback, though. Good speed, and just unfortunate that that's going to just be all marked away there just by a nice little yellow handkerchief.
Holding on John Marshall declines, so they'll take the 4th and long. This will be 4th and about 15, so they're going to shuffle on the punting unit for the Bears.
DJ Campbell back to receive a wonderful punt return. The last time, unfortunately, called back for a holding call, but with a little bit better discipline this time and the same result, would be a wonderful start here.
There's the snap. He avoids the block, and now he's got to take off and run. John Marshall getting to the outside, tripped up at the 40-yard line, somersaults his way out of bounds, and Lawton High takes over at the 45. Turnover on downs for the Bears, and this is great starting field position for Lawton High.
You know, it's actually a wonderful decision there by that punter, having the Wolverine right in his face, most likely going to block any type of kick that he's going to get north to south there. And so bouncing it outside, just didn't have enough leg power to actually boost another 10 more yards for the first down, and Wolverines take over in decent field position. And we'll see K9 Politasi out here with Rosado and his running back and Burrell, and we'll see how the Wolverine offense can attempt to march down the field and put some more points on the board, try to extend this lead back to the 10 points that they had initially.
There's the snap, give up the middle, running room past the 40, so gains at least half of that on the first play.
Good power run there by Rosado right at the gut, using his powerful legs to just kind of mush people out of his way, and what a wonderful run there, just right at the gut. Exactly what you want to see on a first down.
So they'll play from head of the chains here with Politase on 2nd down. Into enemy territory from the start of this possession. Politase gets the snap and a flinch on the offensive line with 2 flags flying in. We'll stop the play.
It's going to be a false start. It's going to negate Rosado's run down back to only a 1-yard gain almost, and the Wolverines will reset for 2nd down, 2nd and 9.
So 2nd and 9, 6:26 to go in the third frame. Play clock resets. Lawton High checks the sidelines. Pulatase gets the snap, turns and gives. Running room opens up again. Lawton High on the move, on the ground, where Rosato gets the first down past the 30-yard line.
Rosato stumbling, bumbling, fumbling, running down there, running backwards at one point, using his legs. Power runner there, just angry running, very much Sean Lynch-esque, just running up and down the field there. Trey Curry-esque, if you will.
Lawton High gets in new personnel, ready to go. 1st and 10 past the 30, Wolverines. With under 6 to go in the third frame, clinging to this 16-12 lead, puts a man in motion. Going to keep it himself on the wild Wolverine, which opens up nicely for a gain of at least 5, and he's slung down at the end of it.
$17, got the same build as Elias Hopper. Just about. Nice little edge run there, and gains about 3. The Wolverines sending Simpson back out. Most likely another QB option run here.
Joseph Simpson in limited action today. Puts a man in motion in the shotgun. The snap comes back to him, takes it himself on the pull, and now he reverses field. Joseph Simpson trying to make something happen and gains a couple.
Again, Simpson holding onto the ball as much as possible, as I think we're going to see a Baker belt formation coming up here near the goal line.
3rd and medium, likely, of course, 2-down territory for Lawton High, so don't need all of it right here. First down marker, 3 yards into the Taco Mayo red zone, if they can get there. There's the snap. It's low off the carpet. There go the Wolverines to the outside. They get a first down, shuffling the feet, spinning around, and taken down inside that Taco Mayo red zone for the first. First and goal for Lawton High, knocking on the door of the end zone.
Yeah. Here we go. You know, this is going to be interesting here with the amount of offensive formations we've seen coming in. Looks like another almost simulated Baker's belt here.
There's the snap, going to keep it himself. Cuts up field, and no one's going to stop him as he falls forward right at that goal line and about a yard shy.
Just 1 yard shy for Baker. Nice run there. Had a big man on there on the Baker belt. I don't know if you saw that. Nice little lineman block for him. The Wolverines are going to get in here nice and tight. And, you know, if they were the Philadelphia Eagles, this would be a prime tush-push area.
2nd and goal. There's the snap. Going for the outside and tripped up by the ankles. Bringing up 3rd and goal at the 4.
Block didn't work too well there. He actually came through the middle and came around the backside. Was able to snag his legs there.
Lawton High tries it again, the jumbo package. Jump pass. Up, deflected, incomplete. 4th and goal.
Incomplete, and 4th and goal here. You almost wonder, do we see another Baker belt run in here, or do we see a normal run play in here? It looks like they're going to stick with the Baker belt formation.
So Lawton High.
Rosato in there. More than likely get to hit the ball and try to rush it in with his power running that he's been doing.
Rosato gets the snap low off the ground. Going to have to try to trot in, and does. Touchdown Lawton High. Big Red answers that 3rd quarter score from John Marshall and stretches this lead back out.
Good run by Rosato there to get in, using that power that he has to just dive right in as the Wolverines will come trot out and once again do the swinging gait.
It worked to perfection last time. Lawton High's 2 for 2 on 2-point conversions, trying to go 3 for 3. Pulatase checks the sidelines, making sure everybody's on the same page. Barks out the orders. 10 on the play clock, man in motion. Under center. Looks like that's Simpson. It's going to be Pulatase who jump passes it over to Burrell, and Burrell has it in the end zone for the score. Lawton High with some razzle-dazzle and 2 more points on the board, 24-12. The Wolverines lead after this. Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton's premier full-service garden center is Bedrock Nursery at 1802 Northwest 67th Street. Serving all of Southwest Oklahoma since 1994, they are your source for homegrown bedding plants and offer a wide range of services, including landscape design and installation. They are your full-service garden center. Bedrock Nursery, 1802 Northwest 67th Street in Lawton. Bedrock Nursery. Come see the difference.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Lawton High started the possession in enemy territory. They had to cap it off with a score, and they did. As Rosado got in with the jumbo package, the 2-point conversion saw Pulatase jump pass one up to Burrell in the back of the end zone. And Lawton High extends their lead 24-12 with 3:21 to go in the third quarter. Now it's time for a Wayne's Drive-In kickoff. And Wayne's Drive-In, you know, a lot of people on a hot Saturday afternoon like tomorrow want that cold glass of lemonade. I want the cold, large cherry limeade from Wayne's, the best cherry limeades in town with their 2 locations. Let's go to Wayne's, everyone.
Definitely could use a Dr. Pepper there with the 2 tiny double straw.
There's the kick, caught at the 20, muffed there actually, going to be picked up at the 25. And so John Marshall takes over there. Penalty marker flies in about 20 minutes too late.
And that's going to be probably an unnecessary roughness call there on the Wolverines for the late hit.
And it is unnecessary roughness on Lawton High.
You just got to be smart. He's already down, it's not college it's not the NFL, right? Players on the ground, plays dead immediately all the way up to the college level. There's no reason to go for the ball or hit the player anymore. He can't get back up. So it's also if the whistles are blowing the whistles in a proper time frame, because I don't know how most of these players were taught, but I was definitely taught to play until you hear the whistle.
So they'll mark up the penalty yardage, and John Marshall starts past the 40. .3:17 to go in the Brins Electric third quarter. Bears in the pistol. Hard count. No one budging. There's the snap high, and it's a penalty marker. So someone did flinch eventually on the hard count.
Not sure. It looks like the referee was counting players.
We'll see what the official ruling is. It will be against Lawton High.
As though referee gets it wrong, has to walk the ball the other direction. The Wolverines technically have 12 on the field somehow. It's gonna be on the safety. As a safety myself, that's your job. Count everyone on the field. Let the coach know, hey, you have 12, and slips by there, an unfortunate penalty.
There's the hard count. Nothing doing. High snap again. Handoff up the middle. Evades a couple tackles, but only gains 1 out of the whole ordeal.
You know, the hard count there is as strong as it is, especially as you get up into the higher ranks of football. could be a detriment to that quarterback as they're calling it now as a false start, as the vicious movement of the quarterback's head can be seen as a false start, just like you saw in the NFL with the center moving the ball forward. It's a tough thing to call as a referee, especially in these lower levels, whether or not you're going to try to crack down on the rules down here as much as you are, but up there. But a short incompletion there for John Marshall from Ed.
And, we've kind of lost the art of the hard count in college. Everyone with the clap snapping and, I miss a good cadence.
No, yeah, there's nothing like a Tom Brady Green 18 hut or, I think almost every Texas fan's favorite Dallas Cowboys. Here we go from Dak Prescott.
There's the snap, John Marshall. Dodging pressure and can't avoid that one. The fumble on the sack puts John Marshall way behind the chains on 4th down. Just ran into a brick wall, and we'll have a timeout on the field after this. Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with a Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
Firehouse Subs is stacked to satisfy. Every sub's piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and bold flavor in every bite. All served on a freshly toasted roll. Big portions, no shortcuts. Just crave-worthy subs made to truly satisfy. And at Firehouse Subs, every bite makes an impact. A portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. Download the Firehouse Subs app and get up to $10 off your first order. Skip the line, stack the flavor, and support your local heroes. Only at Firehouse Subs. At participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid for 1 week after account registration. Additional terms apply.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Lawton High has pinned John Marshall to a 4th and 14. 2:20 to go in the third quarter. John Marshall down 24-12. You imagine that this is a punting situation.
But you are down 12 with an entire quarter ahead of you. You could punt here. But as we saw last time, the Wolverines got into the backfield enough to make him want to run that ball. I think I think you almost, with it only being about 14 yards until the first down, and he almost ran 15 last time, you'd let him fake punt and run it again, but
they've moved the football up to where now this is only a 4th and 12, maybe 4th and 11, and there's some confusion as each side shuffles to the sideline. We'll take a quick timeout on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Through life's trials, Liberty National Bank has been with you all the way, listening, embracing your goals, working together with you to build the business you want or the life you want. We've supported our neighbors and local businesses for over a century, always putting people first. For you, we are in the banking business. For you, we're here. Liberty National Bank, with you all the way.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Somehow the officials had to have a couple official timeouts, and after some deliberation with no signal, the football's been moved up to only needing 12 yards for a first down, and the yard marker currently says it's 3rd down, and John Marshall gets their offense back on the field. Not sure how after that sack from Lawton High, but regardless, it's going to be 3rd and 11 for John Marshall. The snap, dropping back to throw. Rolls out of the pocket, looking downfield, deflected, incomplete. Now it's 4th and 12.
The receiver cutting to the middle was wide open. The quarterback just a little late to realizing it. As he stands to, straighten those shoulders out and throw it, it's unfortunately getting batted, and then it goes down as an incompletion, 4th and 11.
So John Marshall with 2:07 to go in the third. Likely to punt, but the pressure that Lawton High's gotten, there's a penalty marker out of the blue.
Looks like it might be a
and a
false
stoppage.
Oh.
Illegal procedure substitution on the Bears. That backs him up more. And it also likely makes the decision to punt more comfortable.
But if you're the coaching staff of the Bears, it's not something you want to see.
Yeah.
Even if it does make it a little more comfortable of a punt, it's just, hey, that's extra yardage that we're letting the Wolverines get. And I think us on this side, we'll take every inch we can get.
There's the snap. The punt is away. And it'll take a bounce in John Marshall's direction and field it at the 35 or so. Right. That's where Lawton High takes over.
Lawton High will start off at the 37-yard line here. John Marshall getting good height on the punts, allowing their team to get down there. Just not quite the distance you want to see. It's almost the exact opposite of the Wolverines. We're getting the distance, and luckily we have the speed on the special teams to get down there.
$155. Lawton High's ground game could be huge here to waste some clock. There's a rollout pass on a screen to Burrell. Burrell catches it, turns upfield, and there he goes. Braden Burrell stiff arms a defender out of bounds at the 40. And it's a big play, first down for Lawton High.
Great use of his size there. He broke a tackle and then immediately went down to the sideline and gained some great yardage on the screen pass there from Pulatasi.
First and 10 in enemy territory. The Wolverine offense has lived on this side of the field. There's the snap. Pulatasi going to drop back, trying to throw, steps up in the pocket, maneuvers through the carnage in the pocket, and now takes off and runs. Pulatasi lowers the shoulder, and it's going to be a solid gain of 8.
Good run there by the freshman to get downfield, realizing that his options and his pockets collapsing around him. It's wonderful plays that we're seeing from freshmen, from Costin to Pulatasi to the few on defense. I mean, it's just great football IQ that you wouldn't expect to see from someone with such a limited experience.
The future is bright for Lawton High as they bring them all in close. Pulatasi takes the snap, pitches it up. Adams trying on the outside, gets a first down. Holding on the call there as Lawton High will run this all the way down inside the 20 for no reason and past the 15, but they don't know there's a couple yellow handkerchiefs waiting on them at the line of scrimmage.
It's unfortunate. It's the second play now. Just really great yardage called back from a holding call. And from what I've seen, and holding is not even benefiting the play. So you almost want to tell your line to let them go. I'm sure Coach Zay is down there letting them know that in between drives.
54 seconds. Going to be backed up to 2nd and 12. Pulatasi, offset shotgun. Takes the snap, turns and gives to Costin up the middle. Costin makes it 3rd and about 8.
Third long here. Wolverines aren't hurting. There's the game clock stops as the
Timeout in the field. You take it with them. Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. 3rd and about 8 for Lawton High. We've seen them break some big plays already tonight. Need another one here on 3rd and long. Blitzase going to drop back to throw. Looks over the middle. Then flushed out of the pocket and sacked past the 50. And now an obvious punting situation for Lawton High, but they can wait until the 4th quarter to do that if they want to.
And I think that's exactly what they'll do is they slowly jog on and watch the clock go down to 0.
And so the end of the 3rd quarter from Brins Electric had some electrifying scores, and Lawton High goes into the 4th quarter up 24-14 on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Lawton High on 4th and long, going to have to punt. $12 more minutes to decide this one in the Sovereign Bank 4th quarter. There's the snap and the punt. Caught at the 10, return from John Marshall. Swarmed by Wolverines and gets through to the 30.
Loses his helmet after those the bash of the Wolverines there.
We'll take a quick timeout on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
First and 10 for John Marshall after the Lawton High punt. They start past the 30. Few things in the English language are as well labeled as punt. That's exactly the sound that a punt makes. It's just a sound of a punt.
Yeah.
Anyway, first and 10 from the Bears. Head in motion. Pop jet sweep. Looking for some running room. Lawton High gets him down after a gain of about 2.
And the ball goes flying out of bounds there. Not sure if that was him not surviving the ground there or if the hit was just that jarring. As we've seen a little bit of a injury-prone John Marshall team here. You know, I mentioned earlier the lack of the depth chart here is starting to hurt. I'm seeing about 7 players in reserves on the sideline here. You know, the same kids are staying out there for defense.
On second and long, a throw over the middle, incomplete.
He tried to get it out quick there, but with 3 Wolverines in coverage and 2 in his face, you got to get rid of it instead of taking the sack yardage there. And Wolverines providing really great defense here in the start of the fourth quarter.
11:04 to go in the Sovereign Bank fourth quarter. John Marshall takes the snap, looks over the middle, and has a man wide open past the 50, all alone. Just green grass in front of him. Can Lawton High track him down? They cannot. Touchdown, John Marshall. And the light show commences as the Bears get closer. At the 10:50 mark of the final frame, John Marshall strikes again.
Still down 2 scores. They're really going to need to have more plays like that. The Wolverine defense there can't let something like that happen again. The linebackers, almost in a full-out blitz, only one on a QB spy, allows the tight end to just cut right through the center there and have nothing but green grass in front of him.
The 2-point conversion, which has been a no dice every time for John Marshall. They really need one here. Throws out to the flat, too low, but it's incomplete and not even at the goal line. So John Marshall fails on the 2-point conversion, but they do draw closer. 24-18 after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Wayne's driving kickoff teed up from John Marshall after they had a long touchdown strike. A 60-yard pass by the Bears draws them within 6. Wayne's driving kickoff. Visit them in their 2 locations in Lawton, 7 Southwest Sharon Road, 6810 Cash Road. There's a squib kick. Lawton High gets it clean, and they're going to stop play. Penalty marker flies out from the white hat as he walks in to make the call. It'll be against John Marshall. on the delay of game.
So that'll back up their kick.
Delay of game on the kickoff, not something you see every day.
No, not at all. Those are pretty. Yeah, they let you line up your set and blows the whistle, and then you're supposed to go. But with some teams here, they like to do that stacked and then spread out.
Yeah.
Sometimes, that's a first quarter morale thing. After that, you got to just line up and kick the ball.
Well, anyway, here's the official Wayne's Drive-In kickoff. Let's go to Wayne's, everyone. After the last one was null and void. Ball blows off the tee, and they haven't realized it yet. Now they do.
They're going to have someone hold it.
Everyone ready now, and there's the kick. Lawton High catches it by the 30, trying to reverse to their sideline, and they have green grass in front of them. The blockers set up clean, and there go the Wolverines, streaking down the sidelines, and he's tiptoeing down the white paint and into the end zone. Penalty marker flies in at the 1 yard line, which will likely be a penalty that takes away a third Lawton High score, as the yellow handkerchief has played the best defense of the night for either team, as Lawton High will see a second
kick return just stopped as the referee holds onto the ball there at the 2 yard line.
And, I don't know what happened to have the flag come out at the 1, but whatever happened.
You could argue a blindside block, but when you have an entire troop of Wolverines in front of the runner, then I don't think there's any potential for a blindside.
So we'll have to see what the officials.
A holding call on the Wolverines at the 1 yard line.
So still fantastic field position for Lawton High, but
a wonderful kick return by Rosado, just thrown to the wind because, that last second, maybe if I didn't hold him at the 1 yard line, the Wolverines, a couple of those slaps in the face there by the handkerchief.
1st and 10, first down marker at the 4, play blown dead.
No yellow handkerchiefs.
Hey, look what happened on that kickoff was that the Bears kicked it before it was ready to play, and this penalty will be against John Marshall on the substitution. So Lawton High will inch closer as they start this possession in the Taco Mayo red zone.
As John Marshall and Lawton High play who can get the most handkerchiefs on the field. Try to get as much yardage without actually playing it down. I think the Wolverines are currently ahead in the battle, but we still have 10 minutes, 30 seconds left to see how many yards can be passed around here.
1st and 5, there's the snap. Looking for running room. The patience from the runner gets them all the way up to that 5 yard line. And brings up 2nd and call it 3.
Baker there taking a minute to just sit there and dissect what's going on in front of him. It's good. It's smart. You see it a lot from Costin, understanding that, hey, I know I'm supposed to run here per play design, but how is it actually falling into play?
Low snap picked up, trying to trot to the end zone, gets that first down. The pile keeps driving, and into the end zone the pile goes, and the ball carrier going to be halted at the 2. 1st and goal, Lawton High.
The Wolverines there with Rosado Power running up in there. The pile stepped into the end zone, but then pushed back, and it seems the refs did the exact same. So it'll be 3rd and 1, which you likely see a Baker Belt or another Rosado run right inside there again, don't you think?
1st and goal from the 1 for the jumbo package of Lawton High, which has worked out perfectly as it again tries to net them yards, but this time loses them a couple. So 2nd and goal.
As Bolatasi comes back out here, and provides the defense with another look.
Clock goes inside in 9 minutes. This would be a pivotal score as Burrell has the swinging gate for a rare actual play from the line of scrimmage. But this has been effective for them as Lawton High has never failed out of this formation. They swing it back. Burrell's still in there, looking to make something happen. Pulatase gets the snap low, going to take it himself, and he's dragged down, but the officials stop it on a timeout for Lawton High, so the play won't count. We'll take it with him on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. 2nd and goal for the Wolverines after they burned their first time out of the second half from Comanche Home Center. They're in the Taco Mayo red zone. They can smell the end zone from here, just like we can get a whiff of the Potato Locos from Taco Mayo just down the street. Love those things.
Oh, goodness, yes.
Here's Lawton High. Low snap, going to pick it up now, trying to find someone in the end zone. He's going to take it himself around the edge, and he dives forward, spins around at the pylon, and they give it to him. Touchdown, Lawton High, as the Wolverines extend this lead in a big way with just 8:07 to go. Timeout on the field. You take it with them, Oklahoma Sports Network.
If you're someone who feels anxious or scared about going to the dentist, you're not alone. We're here to make sure you feel completely comfortable every step of the way. And at our office, we believe in treating more than just teeth. We focus on you as a person. And with Sedation Dentistry, you can experience the care you need without fear and without pain. And with Sedation Dentistry, we can make your dreams come true.
Home Tech Solutions is your dependable contractor for heating, AC, and electrical services for your home or business. They're the ones to rely on with over 30 years experience, and they are 100% locally owned and operated. They see to it to take care of your comfort, offering everything from insulation to maintenance and servicing all brands in the greater Southwest Oklahoma area. Make sure you see them first for all your HVAC and electrical needs. Give them a call today, 580-919-0328. That's 580-919-0328.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere, offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com. or call 800-433-7300.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. The 2-point conversion from Lawton High coming out now, up 30-18. Gets the snap, trying for that end zone. Stood up at the 1, and it's the first failed 2-point conversion for Lawton High. We'll have the Wayne's Drive-In kickoff after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. The City National Bank scoring recap for Lawton High saw the Wolverines pounded in as a helicopter move from Platase broke the plane, and then the two-point conversion failed for Lawton High. First time that's happened tonight, but they do have a 30-18 advantage with just 8:07 to go in the Sovereign Bank fourth quarter, and they tee up another Wayne's Drive-In kickoff as Martinez gets it set. Wayne's Drive-In, 2 locations in Lawton. Got to visit them between the set schedule, of course, 7 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday.
You know, as a coach here, with it being 30-18, you think, do I keep putting on the points? And if you ask me, I say yes. You know, got to make a statement after last week's loss.
The kickoff return goes out for the Bears to around the 35, and of course, district points play a part in that as well. You know, you can get maximum 15, and they play a big part in the standings for tiebreakers for who gets in, but also how the bracket shakes out with the seeding. So, big final 8 minutes here, 30-18, with Lawton High in the lead.
John Marshall with about half their defense and special teams staying on the field for offense and vice versa. It's tough on them. I think the life that we saw in the first half is slowly dwindling down, just not only due to short, reserves, but just fatigue.
Ed puts a man in motion. The Bears trying to make something happen. There's the snap. Looks over the middle, pump fakes once, avoids pressure. Now jumps and throws across his body into the flat. It's caught, and the blockers don't set up in front, and he could not avoid the back-end tackle there, but still gains about 4.
2nd and 6 for the Bears there. Good job avoiding the initial sack there by the QB, realizing the pressure and being able to dump it off. Good job on, I'm not sure if that was the tight end or the running back, but waiting and allowing your quarterback to have an option to get out of there. Great job on the Wolverine defense to get rid of anything downfield and stopping them for only a short gain here.
7:16 to go. There's the snap. Pumps once, steps up in the pocket, throws too high, incomplete. Good decision, and had his man, but just a little too high, a little too hard. And it now is going to be 3rd and about 6.
It's an issue with having the speed and the power. You almost have to dial it back for the age group that you're in, but then also as a receiver, you practice with this quarterback almost all week. You think you can get at least a hand on it, and the pressure from the Wolverines is really messing it up.
Hard count, nothing doing. 3rd and 6. And great awareness by Ed to understand where the line of scrimmage was and not go past it. He's going to try to throw, and he's got pressure in his face immediately, throws it high, caught, and trying to get to that first down marker. He's slung down, and he gets close, though. It's going to be 4th and about 3, and you imagine time and score, you got to go for this.
Yeah, I mean, it's do or die now, and with the Wolverines playing really decent, that cover 2 defense right there, that was cover 2 man that eliminated that initial pass that we saw from the Bears that got them that tight end in the middle there, eliminated just by a quick little change from cover 2 to cover 2 man.
There's the snap. Going to throw this tunnel screen incomplete behind the target, and it would have been a first down, and instead it's a turnover on downs. Lawton High again just starts their possession in enemy territory. 1st and 10 with 6:27. And you would have to think that this is where you lean on your running game because it gives you the best of both worlds with the way that they've ran the ball effectively You get down the field in position to score more points, but you also drain some of that clock off with time and score on your side if you're Lawton High.
I think so too, but I also think, like you mentioned earlier, with the point differential, they had a lot of points scored against them last week, and they're going to want to get some of those points back. And
Pulatase going to scramble for a gain of about 6 and sets up second and medium.
Good scramble there, and as we have a little bit of a personnel change, get a Costin back in there. Pulatase's shoulder pads speaking to him in his left ear now.
Under 6 to play in the Sovereign Bank fourth quarter. Pulatase checks the sidelines, gets the snap off the carpet, handoff, fumble, ball out, Lawton High falls on it. So erases that gain and actually going to lose them yards from the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be third and call it 13.
Unfortunate there, just the inability to hold on to it through the handoff. I'm not sure what went down there, but didn't look like a solid handoff, and unfortunately ends in a fumble. Allows the possibility for a recover, but other than that, the Wolverines jumping back on it, keeping possession. And now, you know, we wanted to see our run game out of it. Now we're almost going to be required to have a pass play.
Man in motion. There's the throw on the screen pass, and he's just upended and superplexed down at the 50. Burrell, it's hard to lift up Braden Burrell and throw him down like that. Great tackle by the Bears.
Yeah, it was a wonderful defensive play there. I'm sure that kid's fed up with the score and the way the game's going, and got a little bit extra boost of strength there to lift up our big tight end there, Braden Burrell. And, well, it's not going to do much as the punting unit's going to jog out here.
Clock will roll, though. They can get this to 4 minutes inside of it as the play clock still hasn't started with 40 on the play clock here. There's the snap. Pooch kick up, end over end, soaring through the air. Takes a bounce at the 10, perfectly out of bounds at the 5. So that's where John Marshall will take over, and they'll have to go 95 yards with only 4:15 to go.
You know, that was quite a little thing there. It was almost a wildcat punt formation with Rosado out there. It just seems that they wanted him to kick it high, and it worked out perfectly in that little coffin corner. Freaking, that was crazy right there in the at the 6-yard line. It was beautiful position for a punt. And I'm not sure that the Marshall offense here, with the defensive changes for the Wolverines, is going to be able to capitalize on this drive.
1st and 10 from beyond the 5. Here's a shotgun look. High snap, going to throw the flat route, caught, trying to make a man miss. Does, but it gets clobbered as he tries to evade the linebacker and gains 2.
And the Wolverines say that they have it.
The Wolverines think that they have it. John Marshall not so convinced. The officials still conferencing.
The Wolverines
this would be a huge turnover.
The ball. And the officials, I think, are going to take a timeout here to the Zebras are going to talk about it.
And so this is a pivotal call. I mean, Lawton High would either have them 2nd and 9 defensively or would have the football in the Taco Mayo red zone, and they've officially given it to John Marshall.
Coach Zoe a little unhappy with it, saying that the player ripped the ball out. But when you're not sure, as an official crew, you kind of play to the side of the offense, and it's a little unfortunate here.
So 3:49 to go. 2nd and 9, Lawton High. Still in a good position with the offense backed up to get a stop. And with the desperation on the scoreboard, you imagine this is 4-down territory for the Bears, regardless of being backed up. There's the snap. Looks over the middle, pump fakes once, and he's going to be in the end zone evading pressure and incomplete. Almost a safety, but it does bring up 3rd and 9.
Good job by the quarterback avoiding a safety there. Don't want to give up 2 points and then give the ball right back anyways. So he just throws it to the flat there, a little low, which honestly probably saved him from a loss of yardage on the catch, as the Wolverine defender was there almost immediately for the hit.
On the incompletion, the clock is running. It'll go inside of 3 minutes on 3rd and 9. And that's what the coach's box is trying to alert to the clock management team. High snap, pumps once, now goes over the middle of the field, caught for a first down. The Bears move the chains. But that time that they just saw evaporate for no reason is going to be costly, as now there's just 2:57 to go in the game, as they're trying to have a 95-yard scoring drive and find a way to get the ball back and do it again. John Marshall, look over the middle, pressure on, sacked. It's another sack for Lawton High, and it could be intentional grounding if they didn't already rule him down, and they did rule him down, so it'll be just the sack, but the time still winding inside of 2.5 minutes to go. The rest of this game all academic, as we'll have to see how the Bears get out of this one. 2nd and about 25.
A repeat of the earlier play, it looks like.
John Marshall going to drop back to throw. Clean pocket, now rolls out of it, looking for somewhere to throw to over the middle. Has a man caught, and he gets drugged down at the 20-yard line.
It's only going to get them to just 2 yards shy of the original line to gain, as they'll start on the right hash here, just at the 19-yard line. 3rd and 12.
They're looking for somewhere to get set, and they're going to burn a timeout. We'll take it with them on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Bridges, and after 30 years of practicing dentistry in Lawton, Fort Sill, Southwest Oklahoma, I need some help. Please welcome our new associate dentist, Dr. Chandler Harbin. Dr. Harbin brings a gentle touch to our ever-expanding dental practice in order to make your visit one that exceeds your expectations. Even more things to smile about is our partnership with 3 major dental insurance companies, United Concordia, Delta Dental Premier, and Health Choice. Come schedule an appointment with Dr. Harbin or myself by calling 580-248-6700.
Back on the Oklahoma Sports Network, 1:38 to go. John Marshall in the shotgun. Hard count, no one budging. Thought about a quick throw, pressure off the backside, throws it away, incomplete, and it did not reach the line of scrimmage, but it must have gotten close enough.
I think they're going to give it the benefit of the doubt with the receiver in the area, as it was a screen route there, and within 5 yards of the ball, I guess.
I think we're seeing the issue. It's going to be 4th down, but we just saw the play marker turn from 3 to 2. That last play should have been 4th down by my count, but I'm no mathematician. Got to drop back to throw, avoid pressure, launching one downfield, up for grabs at the 40, coming back to the football and incomplete. So it's a turnover on downs. Lawton High will take over inside the Taco Mayo red zone.
Easy points here for the Wolverines if they can just punch it in. Keep possession of the football. No easy give-ups here. No fumbles, no flags. Just straight old-school football should get them inside of the end zone here.
First and 10 from the 19. $1:21 to go. John Marshall has one timeout remaining. Jumbo look for the Wolverines. There's the snap. Pitch play on. Costa looking for some running room. And he trots forward for a gain of about 3.
They'll give him 2.
Clock rolling inside of a minute to play on 2nd and 8. Man in motion. Pulatase. Pressure in his face. He avoids it, and he runs upfield. Flag on the play. Pulatase, though, for good measure, gets to the 1, but a couple yellow handkerchiefs will spoil this run.
It'll be a holding call, more than likely, on the Wolverines, which seems to me that it's just any time the quarterback breaks out.
So 47 seconds to go. This hold will push them out of the Taco Mayo red zone.
And we'll have to take another official timeout here on the field.
We'll take it with them, Oklahoma Sports Network.
This month at Merritt Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the savings are massive. Like this 25 Ram 1500 with up to $15,632 in savings, or this 25 Ram 3500 for up to $7,000 off. This month only, so don't miss out. Power on with Merritt. This month at Merritt Chevrolet GMC Duncan, save big. Drive away with this beautiful 25 Traverse with up to $1,000 in savings, or save even bigger on this 25 Silverado with up to $8,500 off. This month only. Power on with Merritt.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. 47 seconds to go in the game. Lawton High leads 30-18. It's going to be 2nd and long for the Wolverines. A first down marker at the 9-yard line for them.
Another wonderful play pulled back by a holding call that might not have actually been there, but the Wolverines, with just under 50 seconds left in the game, looking to put another score on the board.
There's the screen pass outside. Running up the sideline go the Wolverines. They get past the original line of scrimmage and get all the way down to the 10.
It's Costin there on the outside run.
Man, it's going to be holding on Lawton High to take it away.
It's almost every single play now. I think the officials want this game to be over and don't want them to keep running plays. Want them to take that sweet victory knee and let them go home, but I don't think that's on the Wolverines' agenda today.
This game at a crawl pace now. 36 seconds to go. 30-18, Lawton High. Rolling out of the pocket with Pulatase, going to launch it downfield. Has DJ Campbell at the 5, and he overshoots him.
The late hit on Pulatase not called as we saw here. It gets laid out about 3 seconds after the ball was thrown. The officials a little lackadaisical there. He watched after the hit to make sure there was nothing that transpired, but that was almost blatant.
So still 3rd and long. 24 ticks to go. Lawton High checking to the sideline with 12 on the play clock. Pulatase gets the snap, going to drop back to throw. Rolls out of the pocket, steps up, and he's just sacked at the 40-yard line. So it brings up 4th and long, and that can be the final play of the game if both sidelines want it to be.
And I don't think Coach Zoe wants it to be. I think he wants one more Hail Mary play as he hurries up the offense.
With 2 seconds on the game
defense
clock,
telling him to push
Pulatase Going to launch it downfield to Campbell, and it's over everyone's head, and that's how the game ends. Lawton High wins it 30-18, and they get on the board in district play. They get back on track in a game that the scoreboard doesn't reflect how well Lawton High played, but of course, Dalton, they need to clean up some of those penalties, and they'll have much more success.
Yeah, I think so too. It's just every time that there was a big play, just getting pulled back for something as silly as a holding call, and some may have been there, some may not have been there. And, you know, it's the penalty yardage that we spoke about last week, holding them back and some of the discipline issues. But other than that, 30-18, Wolverines win one on the road, and we love to see it.
And there's still one more piece of action. The Sovereign Bank player of the game with 30 points on the scoreboard and a takeaway and a lot of good special teams plays. It's a hard decision, but Dalton, you've got to make it. Who's the Sovereign Bank player of the game?
I'm still giving it to the wonderful freshman, 23, Costin, with a wonderful screen play for over 50 yards for a touchdown and multiple other running plays that gained them yardage and good field position and just really helped carry this game. Probably the most consistent player on the field today.
We'll be back next week for more Lawton High football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Until then, be good and be good to one another.